You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Greetings and welcome to The Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. I am Lord Ereban, the Keeper of Secrets, and I have brought these adventurers together and set them on an epic quest to decide the fate of the world. When they found my amulet, it gave them the key to unlock the mysteries of Ein and allowed them to communicate with you, the Watchers of the Time Stream. Now you have the power to help or hinder them as you see fit. If this is your first episode, fear not. Our Dungeon Master will catch you up on everything you need to know to jump right in. And you can always watch past episodes by visiting our YouTube or listen to the audio version by searching for The Dungeon Run wherever you get fine podcasts. The Dungeon Run is made possible through the generous support of our patrons. Bonus shows, special content, and more is available when you become a supporter at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And join the incredible Dungeon Run community by visiting the official, unofficial Discord at thedungeon.run/discord. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does make a difference. But now, sit back, relax, enter the world of Ein, and let the dice roll!
Yay! We're back! Welcome, Watchers of the Time Stream. Welcome, patrons, to The Dungeon Run, episode 102. What? Holy smokes. Hey, if it's your first episode, welcome. Fear not. We're going to catch you up on the story. Don't worry, it's coming. But I want to welcome everybody. We had a week off for Thanksgiving here in the States. I had a very interesting week, but it was wonderful. It's wonderful to be back, seeing all your bright, shiny faces. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Yeah,
hey!
good.
I've had a stressful couple weeks, so I'm ready to play some D&D.
Let's play some D&D. Let's play some D&D. I do have to update some folks on some of the stuff that's been happening, including a massive merch store sale. Ron, tell the folks about the Black Friday sale.
Yeah, so if you didn't know or didn't hear, we had a huge sale this last Friday, which was Black Friday. The deals went on until about yesterday, I think, about 4 a.m., something like that. We did great. Thank you, everyone, for all of the wonderful donations of your money for gifts. We appreciate your support.
Mine.
That's just how commerce run.
I know. It's just commerce. I always got weird ways to say stuff. But
he's already in Uggo mode.
I am already trying to think about the game. I also recently dropped a very cheap T-shirt. It'll just be the logo that you see there in the bottom of the corner of the screen. Super economical. Make sure you guys get one if you haven't already. It's the brand new logo.
Amazing logo designed by Who Else Elliott.
Yes, shout out to Elliot.
Amazing.
We still got all those items up and available. And if you're a Patreon supporter at the Warden level or higher, you will also notice that you continue to have a discount to the merch store. So keep that in mind if you are contemplating becoming one of our Patreon members. And other than that, I'll be continuing to drop more stuff. Also got some map of Ein wrapping paper. Which
I was just going to say, delight your friends by wrapping their gifts in the map of Ein wallpaper.
I have to order some of that ASAP.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Jared's
of course,
only
that
getting
designed
gifts
by
wrapped
JP
in
Coover.
Scotch parts.
There you go.
JP Coover, of course, the amazing artist that did our map. Lots of cool special seasonal gifts and merch available on the merch store. You can check that out. Also, if you are a patron, thank you. If you are watching our show and you're not a patron, please consider it. We have all kinds of ways to support the show. This show is only possible because of patrons over at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And there are a number of tier levels, all kinds of cool rewards and extra goodies. We have a full extra show called the Dungeon Cooldown. This week, it was Ladies' Night with Jessica and Katie gabbing about love triangles and all kinds of fun stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. It was great stuff.
I always forget that you watched these. I'm glad I do. Otherwise, I'd be so much more self-conscious.
Well, it was great, and there was a deep dive into spells, and it was good stuff.
He knew you were going to be talking about Reed. That's why he watched it.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Jeff loves gossip. Jeff.
I do love gossip.
Juicy gossip.
Hot.
There are cast secrets, all kinds of cool stuff. So check that out. Support the show. Also, you can support us live. If you're watching live here on Twitch, then you can support the show in real time by influencing the story with all kinds of cool ways to add advantage or disadvantage, plus our tug of war, which allows you to maybe unlock a force card in the following episode. The tug of war between Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil is enacted by purchasing both balloons, gold balloons for good and purple balloons for evil, and potatoes, golden potatoes for Team Force of Good, and evil yams, purple yams for Team Force of Evil. And the winning team unlocks a card based on their force for the next episode. And last time, Team Force of Good was triumphant, which means we have a Force of Good card active this week. These cards are submitted by you. You don't even have to be a patron to submit a card. You can, if you've got a great idea for a Force card, please don't hesitate to submit them to us. You can find that information on our website. This card that will be unlocked this episode, I thought, very appropriate. I'm thankful. We just came off a week of being thankful. It was submitted by Dr. Sparks, and it's called So Much to Be Thankful For. It says, there's truly so much to be thankful for in our lives. So each party member, and one good NPC for Jeff, can stop and be thankful for a person or event they are thankful for this year and automatically pass any one ability check.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Lovely.
I love
Thank you,
it.
Dr. Sparks, for submitting that. Thank you, Team Force of Good, for making sure that was in effect this episode. But the tug of war will happen tonight, and we'll see what the next episode's card will be.
That'll be that. You said it was the character or the
the person they're thankful for.
The person, seems, the player, or the character.
That's a good question. I don't know if the card itself is clear on that. What do you guys think? Do you think it'd be better to have it in context of the character, or do you think it's nicer if it's just us being thankful?
We try to do both.
All right, I love it. Let's try to be. You feel it in the moment and decide. Feel it in the moment.
I got gratitude for days, baby.
I got feelings.
Speaking of gratitude for days, I am grateful for something I believe has just been announced. I'm very honored to say that I have been asked by an organization called Game on Cancer to be an official ambassador for them. This is a nonprofit that raises money to fund early researchers, people who are just starting their medical career, funding them to get into cancer research. So young doctors who have a whole career ahead of them, funding their entry into the field of cancer research. This is a Australian-based charity, but they have reached out to me to be an ambassador, and I'm honored to do it. So you'll probably be hearing more stuff over the next year. I'm going to be an ambassador for a year. Over the next year for this charity, and we're going to raise money and do all kinds of cool stuff. But you can find out more now at gameoncancer.com.au. It's an Australian website, so it's got that .au at the end. gameoncancer.com.au. So I urge you to check it out. It's a really cool charity. I think it's a very smart way to incentivize people to get into the field and help out people who are smart and young and have a lot of really cool, fresh ideas to bring to the table. So that's something I'm proud to be a part of.
Thank you.
Jeff, if I could say,
oh,
I was just gonna say one of our mods just dropped that link into chat, so you can go check it out. And
thank you.
Yeah, please set that up as a command for us too, if you wouldn't mind, Gord the Rogue. Thank you.
And thank you, Jeff, for advocating science research. I appreciate that.
It is something I believe strongly in, and I'm honored to be a part of it. And I think it's good people doing good things in the world. And you know, that's what we talk about at the end of the show. So I like to, you know.
And you get to practice your Australian accent, right?
Yes, that's what they want me to be an ambassador to offend everyone that I talk to.
Well, it's an Australian company, so you.
I love the idea that that's a prerequisite. Like, you have to have a good Australian accent in order to be an ambassador.
What's
That's not a cancer researcher. That's a cancer researcher.
It's just a year of Jeff being like, blimey.
Jeff, they just called. They just called.
It's off. They're like, on second thought.
And that's the show. And that's the show.
All right, we already got an evil yam from Juicy. Thank you, Juicy. And also a balloon from Lily Dumblestuck fan. Thank you. We are up to Team Force of Evil, 95%. And Team Force of Good at 5%. So the tug of war.
Jeff is wearing a purple sweater tonight. I don't know
it's kind of blue, but all right.
Oh, it looks reading
Poppin',
very purple.
it's popping
to me.
purple.
It's
poppin'
giving
purple.
bro.
I like it.
Okay, giving purple licks.
Giving yam vibes.
I'm a yam tonight. I am what I am. All right. Jessica, is there anything I'm forgetting?
Yes, there's so much to be thankful for already in this. I have this box open of all the people who've been gifting subs. Witchspace just donated 10 community subs to everybody who's watching.
Amazing.
So cool. We have a lot of gifts, gift subs. Tuamask gifted, Gord the Rogue. Let's see, Dusky gifted 5, Changebox, Anonymous. Lots and lots of folks are resubscribing. 9 months.
Anonymous is that people that are you know getting over being Changebox?
That is not a username, but it definitely should be.
We love you, Changebox.
I'll ride a level 5 hype train too.
We got rated by Zand. Hi, Zand viewers.
Hey. Zand
Lots
Broman.
Lots and lots of biddies being dropped. A jar full of bees with a huge cheer. Lots of cheers from VL Forever, Witchspace, Deckard, Shadowstop, Cetar, Numera. Lots and lots of folks over here. And, if I may, oh, we just completed a level 5 hype train.
Yeah.
That's always so cool at the beginning of the show to see that. And our early risers, oh, I'm losing the chat already, but I saw that Lisbon Wolf and Kaz Farron were the first folks in chat, as well as Robin Nicole and Gord the Rogue. So, hi, and thank you.
Amazing. It's awesome to be back, and that leaves us only one thing left to do. Light the torch. It started as a simple dungeon run, but for these 5 adventurers, it has become a series of journeys home. After they found a magical amulet inside an abandoned dragon's lair, they were swept up into a quest that has touched all of the places that each of them have called home and affected the people that they care about most. The amulet in question is a relic from a forgotten time, before the Great War of Ideas, and it is connected to the beings that won that war, the 100-foot-tall elementals called the Wardens. For centuries, the Wardens kept the peace in Ain, but when they started disappearing, a group of wizards known as the Natural Order realized something was amiss. They started searching for the missing Wardens, enlisting the aid of these adventurers and their magical relic. For when the Secret Keeper's amulet comes into contact with a Warden, it reveals memories hidden in their subconscious, visions of a past that has been wiped away, clues to the mystery of the War of Ideas itself, and the looming threat that lies in wait. So, Civ, Fahima, James, Uggo, and Lily banded together to find the wardens. What they discovered was that a cabal of Ain's most brilliant and dangerous individuals had captured them one by one and extracted the motes of power that had created them. The cabal was led by a powerful spellcaster known as the Ashen Mage, who sought to reclaim the knowledge of Ain's lost history and bring a subterranean colony of drow out of the darkness. To do that, the Ashen Mage gathered body parts, which she stitched together and reanimated to form her own personal army. Body parts harvested from Lily's home of Bingle. Countless beach gnomes lost their lives and livelihoods as bodies and body parts were dragged into the watery depths around the island. In defending the island, Lily and her friends were dubbed the Heroes of Bingle and managed to free the Inferno Warden, who was being held deep in the ocean below. Following the trail to the next warden led the team into Dwarven lands and eventually to the top of Sky Scorcher Peak, the roiling volcano at the base of the Nelrim Mountains. There they came face to face with the Ashen Mage, who offered Fahima a chance to join her cabal as its 5th member. This angered another member of the cabal, a tiefling from Civ's past named Vic. In retaliation for the affront, she shattered a strange-looking urn, causing an explosion that radiated across the realms. Upon returning to Civ's hometown of Olsvach, the Heroes of Bingle learned that the Ashen Mage had specifically recruited Vic there, trading her services for something mysterious that upended the power structure of the city. They also began to see the bizarre effects of the shattering. Strange and terrible new creatures began appearing in the land. Demons, unlike any seen before, bringing wanton destruction to towns and villages unable to defend themselves. But far in the north, one area responded to the demon threat in a very different way. In the orcish city of Thorn, Uggo's brother Braca ruled. As war chief, he turned his people toward a dark and disturbing symbiosis with the demons in an attempt to galvanize his own power. Uggo was forced to overthrow Braca and assume leadership of the city himself. But his words were not enough to save his citizens. To show them another way forward, Uggo sacrificed his own bond with his ancestors, relinquishing his barbarian experience and abilities. He fully embraced the Candle Queen and began his journey as a paladin in her service. But across Ain, the demonic invasions only intensified. Even James's home city, the walled metropolis of Turles, was overrun by the villainous horde. The city's leader, Persta Samuels, prided herself on security and even established a moratorium on magic in an attempt to keep Turles safe. But when the Heroes of Bingle retrieved an ancient weapon from deep within a vault under the city, it seemed to galvanize the demons, to give them purpose. They poured over the walls and erupted from the ground, searching for the Godslayer blade and destroying everything in their path. The Heroes of Bingle united with Samuels and students at James's alma mater to make their stand against the demons. But an old foe returned to make things much more dangerous. When the Lord of Crows rose over the horizon, an enormous black wing beating against the air, Civ asked you, the Watchers of the Time Stream, to charge the Godslayer blade, to strike down this demon lord. But the Lord of Crows had been waiting for its opportunity, and it was ready. It sent its murder of crows to wrench the charged blade from Civ's hands, just as the 3 freed wardens arrived to cleanse the city of its demon threat. The Lord of Crows turned and plunged the Godslayer blade into the Inferno Warden's eye, erasing him from existence. In the aftermath of the battle, the Heroes of Bingle decided to leave Turles and travel north. There was one remaining hometown as yet unvisited. They had seen tragedy and destruction in Bingle, turbulence and inequity in Olsvach, darkness and malice in Thorn, and carnage on the streets of Turles. But to their surprise, when they arrived in Fahima's hometown of Axbright, it appeared undisturbed. The bedlam of the demonic invasion fell away as they approached the sleepy riverside town. What they did find was an unexpected figure from Lily's past, the very man who had inspired her to leave Bingle in search of adventure in the first place, a dashing gnome named Reed. They also discovered that Fahima's childhood home, the actual cabin in which she had grown up, seemed to be magically masked from all outsiders, hidden and inaccessible to anyone not in actual physical contact with Fahima herself. Inside, they found Fahima's family menagerie, the collection of unusual magical creatures her father cared for, had escaped. Only an immensely powerful lump of fur and feathers named Barbara remained, and was quite bored by herself. Civ and Uggo met up with Reed on their own and invited him, quite awkwardly, to join them in an attempt to recapture some of the escaped menagerie. As we ended last week, the triumphant trio returned to the Hidden Tig residence with a Koibra frozen in a block of ice and an Almirage knocked unconscious and held by its horn. And that is where we will pick up this week.
Something about Katie eating popcorn throughout the entire thing that just makes it feel even more like a movie.
Thrilling.
I'll take it.
The ice is probably quickly melting because it doesn't last that long.
Right. So you are, the three of you, Civ, Uggo, and Reed, are standing in front of what appears to them to be nothing at all, just more sort of trees in this tree line. They're gesticulating wildly, Uggo and Civ, and those of you inside, Fahima, James, and Lily, you can see out the windows of the residence, and it appears to be your friends standing gesticulating wildly at you, although they don't seem to be looking in the right place. They're not making any eye contact with you because they can't see you. But the three of you see Civ holding a, I believe Civ is still 12 feet tall.
That was my first question. Yeah.
He is 12 feet tall, this giant blue cat, Tabaxi, holding a block of ice of a medium creature. You see Uggo holding a rabbit with a unicorn horn and waving, and you see this small gnome with hair falling just so, looking at both of them like they are absolutely crazy.
What is happening out there?
Oh my gosh.
What do you have in your
Open the
hands?
door!
We should let them in. We should let them
Okay, Fahima runs downstairs and she does the thing again, the standing through the doorway and
So
bringing
Civ
people in with one arm.
Civ and Uggo, what you see is Fahima appear as if out of nothing. Reed immediately reacts to this woman just appearing out of nothing. And if you're leaning in part of the house and kind of, out, you see basically like a sliver of Fahima. His eyes are wide and he's looking at the other two of you. But you both see Fahima appear as if out of nothing.
I'll come down the stairs.
Is this one of yours? I'm holding the frozen snake. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not dead.
What about this one?
Also not dead.
Not dead. Yeah.
Well, bearing the lead here, Civ, you're 12 feet tall.
Oh, well, that'll go away pretty soon, actually.
Is it
And
the
as,
amulet?
As you say that, I start to shrink back down to my normal size.
Is that sort of amulet chaos again? What was that?
No, that's this, and I point at the writing on my chest.
We'll unpack that later. So those belong downstairs. Yes, Fahima? Yes?
Yes.
Need cages,
Right.
Fahima? I can go get them.
Well, no, just bring them to me. Oh, silly foot. Oh, slithers. It's gonna be all right. I'll bring you downstairs. Come quickly.
Of course, yeah.
Hey.
Names are all of them.
Silly foot.
Silly
So,
So
foot.
Civ, I don't know if you have learned the fact that you have to be in
No.
physical contact with Fahima in order to enter
No.
into the house.
No.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hand over Mr. Slithers or whatever his name is, and then I guess just watch her disappear.
Oh.
Because I wouldn't know to grab onto her. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
she turns and walks away, and I go, Okay.
Fahima, if you accept the frozen Koibra in your hands, just sort of your normal body heat as a fire genasi is accelerating the thawing process, and you're getting a bit wet. The rest of you see a bit of steam coming off of her hands as she holds the frozen.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Don't wake up yet. I gotta get you back downstairs. I'll be right back.
Open the door.
If I'm inside and doing the half in, half out thing, can they see me, or is it is?
If you are inside, they cannot see or hear you. If you have to walk out completely, they will. Or if you're in contact with Fahima, they will. But
Fahima is literally the key.
Literally the key. So Civ, what you see is as she takes the frozen snake fish, and it starts to steam a bit in her hands, and she turns, and you start to follow her, and she disappears, and you keep walking, and you're like,
I did see it.
What are you going to do?
You gotta hold on to her. You gotta touch her. You gotta touch her when you go in.
Actually, I think I should hang on to this one. If you could go out and get Sillyfoot, that would be better, I think.
I don't think I can get back in if I do that.
No,
Right.
you have to do all of it.
Okay. Okay.
Here, I'll put him down in the cage.
Here,
I can take it. I can take it down in the
we'll
cage.
do like a fire bucket pass of the animals downstairs.
So you should see sort of an aquarium that's sort of like it's got like a curve on it. It's sort of a half aquarium, half terranium situation. That's where Slithers
I got
goes.
it. I got it.
Okay, you got it?
Be
Okay,
careful.
all right, I'll stay here.
Civ, as that happens, Reed turns and looks up at you, and he says, I think I understand why you weren't drinking.
Well, sure. There's lots of reasons why. How long do you think it's going to take before she realizes we cannot follow her in?
Oh, sorry.
I immediately jump.
all three of
That's
them.
about right.
This is new to me as well. I did not
She appears.
realize.
Also, by the way, she appears kind of past you because you've like walked past that line, and so she's behind you, and everybody's like, ah.
Oh, over here. Yes. Sillyfoot, can you give me Sillyfoot? That's right.
I bonked him on the head pretty hard.
Oh, and she picks up the Almirage and kind of gives it a once over. Oh,
You pass them
You
to
know
me.
the horns on those are quite valuable if you wanted to sever it.
Just pass them to me,
Or
Fahima.
perhaps not. Perhaps not.
no, we don't.
You get them in the house. I'll take Sillyfoot downstairs.
Fahima just gives him a scowl and turns inside.
Right. Okay. Yes. And I'll.
And there she goes. I don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, maybe don't suggest killing pets in front of her. Not a
I
good
wasn't
idea.
suggesting killing it, just removing its horn. The horns are. I'll just I'll
Right.
follow your lead in future.
They are technically her animals, creatures,
Friends.
friends.
He calls them friends.
Yes.
Fahima,
I
why
Would
see.
don't
you like it if I cut off your tails, Civ? No.
I just don't even respond.
Fahima, why don't you help?
I
help
don't
them
know
get
what to
inside?
say to that.
Okay, so this one actually doesn't really have a specific habitat. It's normally quite good just as a sort of roaming pet, but
Oh,
I think
okay.
maybe just set it near its favorite food. I think I
Certainly.
did see some stores of some dehydrated carrots in the back.
Okay, great.
Well, I
and I'll-
suppose
I'll-
we could just go and find the rest of them. Now, are they coming back out for us, or?
Hi,
I-
yes,
I-
I'm back again. Excuse me.
Can you hear us?
I can. Yes.
Oh, that makes so much more sense now.
Can't hear
Okay.
me inside. Yes.
No.
Sorry, Reed. Yes, what you said about the horn there, what we do here, just so you know, should we bring you onto the premises? All creatures, beasts, monsters alike are friends, and they are to be protected. They are being rehabilitated, and they are not. It's not suitable for them to be exploring outside of what we have set up for them. They won't be able to survive. They could do damage. So they are protected. They are under my protection.
I made a deal with him, Fahima. We're going to go collect all of the animals, creatures, friends, sorry.
Oh,
Bring them back to you unharmed, and then he gets the reward.
They have been a nuisance around some of the farms in the area. So a number of the owners of those farms have posted a quite sizable reward for their capture. I was planning to eliminate them, but your friend made a strenuous case for not doing that.
And how are you to prove that they've been captured if you bring them all back alive to me?
Well, that is an interesting conundrum.
Won't the problem just go away? The nuisance
I suppose
will
that
disappear.
might be good enough to just say your nuisance has been dealt with.
You see, because Reed, this is quite a delicate situation. The folks of Axbright don't know that the beasts are here. They were under my father's protection, and he is no longer here. It was sort of not a secret, per se.
You are living on the outskirts of legality, so to speak.
Yes, you could. Nothing illegal here is happening. It's all sanctioned very legally. But it's just best, I think, if the folks of Axbright, what they don't know can't hurt them, right? And what they do know actually can, as we've seen.
Oh, I read you loud and clear. I know how to keep a secret.
Civ is going to check the legal code for the town of Axbright to see what exactly the ordinance is for keeping magical creatures.
And how is he gonna do that?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Come on.
He just has a scroll on him.
Well,
Sim has been working on his law degree in secret for months.
No, that's Helvengard.
That's Sir Helvengard.
Lily is downstairs and she's stacked a bunch of random things high enough so that she can actually reach this aquarium with the snake, and it's very precarious. And she has fallen inside with it.
Oh. So I'll come down with Sillyfoot, basically, like, okay, dehydrate. Oh!
By the way,
right?
James is holding the small creature, and Lily is holding the medium-sized creature at this moment.
100%. All the
That
sense in the
tracks.
world. Yes, that sounds like us. Do you need help?
Yeah, perhaps a touch.
Okay,
I'd love
right.
to be out before this thing unfreezes.
All right, I'm just going to put Sillyfoot down in full view of Barbara. Look, Barbara, look, very interesting, not boring at all. And I'll get handle food in a second.
Cage.
I think Barbara was the reason Sillyfoot left in the first place, so...
Possibly, but I mean, he is quite adorable, so
Yeah.
hopefully keeps her entertained.
Lily, you definitely see the tail of this large snake start to move and jostle a bit.
Okay.
Help
All right.
now
yes.
would be great.
Yep. And I'll come over and help you out.
It's a
All right.
bigger aquarium than I was anticipating.
Right. Okay, good. I'll find some food. And yes, I hope to make everybody happy.
May I ask you a
Water.
question, madam?
I think he's talking to
Madam.
Yes. Is
Civ and Ugo look at each other like.
is Lily Dumblestuck on these premises?
Yes, she is.
Well, I know that you all arrived with her in transit, but I have not seen her. My understanding was that we were all going to meet for a cordial drink at the local tavern, but only these two showed up, and forgive me for my impertinence, but I want to inquire as to her physical safety.
Oh, Reed. She's quite safe as long as she's without any of us.
Well,
Especially these two.
you say that, but I have not seen had no hair of her, and I'm starting to get concerned.
Oh, well, that's so sweet of you to be concerned about her well-being, but I assure you, she's quite safe. So he's laughing because it's, well,
Ridiculous.
She's right inside.
Inside the invisible whatever.
My home.
Right.
Yes. Reed, we were otherwise engaged with some important business, but we can go get that drink as soon as the creatures have been put in their rightful homes.
Fahima, I don't mean to bother you. I know you're juggling quite a bit right now, but what do you want me to do with the chickens and the pigs that we brought with us? Should I just sell them off in town, or do you want to keep them?
Well, I think if the goal is to round up the rest of the beasts, then they could be put to good use.
All right. So you'd like to keep them here after all?
Yes.
Okay.
For the time being.
Beautiful. Well, Ugo and I were going to go and try to round up some of the other creatures. Do you want to come with, or shall we do that just the two of us, or with Reed's help?
Well, let's talk to James and Lily. They should be just about finished.
All right. I guess we'll just wait here then.
I'll be right back. And she disappears.
Reed, can I offer you an opportunity to ride a celestial bear?
Are you okay?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
It was going to be one of my questions, but there's a lot.
What are pets?
Is it quite safe?
Quite safe. And Ugo looks at the bear and says, "Don't eat Reed, okay?"
The bear growls and gurgles, and Reed says, on second thought, I think I'll take a rain check on that one.
Oh, I mean, okay. Not every day you get to ride a celestial bear. Up to you.
Well, when you have to instruct the bear not to eat me,
I just like to be very specific and clear on instructions. Therefore, there's no reason to get it wrong, Like, hey, Reed, don't kill my friends. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fahima, we're fine. We had a little bit of a tumble, but everything's fine.
Lily? Are you wet?
Oh, I perhaps made it fully into the aquarium, and then James helped me out.
Right, but the animals are where they should be, and I put some dried food down near the horned bunny.
Sillyfoot. I named them all when I was very young.
Right. Why aren't they in the house? Are we not letting them in?
Oh, I just don't know if I should be letting people who are outside of the family come into the house.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Well,
I don't even know how Reed found this place in the first place.
Well,
he was with them, I think.
Ugo.
Well, I thought Ugo and Siv were just outside.
No. They what?
Well,
because they went away and then they came back holding the animals. Apparently they met
They
up
go
again.
away?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Maybe not.
They left?
Yes, I thought they were waiting outside. They said they were watching the animals, right?
Oh, well, when they were outside with the animals and said that they caught them, then I just made some assumptions that they had left the premises.
Oh, without telling us.
I don't know where they caught it. But yes,
I left a note.
We just never went
I
out
don't think
together.
we found that note.
No, we definitely didn't.
I'm just saying,
really have any idea
don't
that they
blame
left.
me. Don't blame Ugo or Siv.
All right. Well, should we go outside and speak to everyone together?
Yes. But before
Well, we were supposed to
do,
read at the pub, but I guess he's already found his way here.
Get
What's up?
Lily, James. Come here.
Yes.
This gentleman outside
Mhm.
seems to be quite persistent about getting that drink with you.
We haven't seen each other for a very long time, and we said we were going to meet him at the pub.
Yes, well, he's also concerned about your... Sorry. He's concerned about your safety.
Oh, my safety.
Your safety. Yes.
Nice.
Well,
It's very
that's
nice.
He doesn't know us. I
Very
mean,
nice.
that's not strange, is it?
That's sweet.
Does
I
he have
swear,
reason to
also,
be concerned
everybody
about
in
your
this group's
safety?
always
Why are you
concerned about my
making that
safety.
face? I mean,
My face or her face?
your face.
I just think it's quite amusing, that's all.
All right.
Why?
He's just concerned about your safety. It's quite nice.
I mean,
Somebody
we
concerned
do
about your
give off
safety.
a rather strange first impression, and I point at my demon face.
To be fair, last time he saw me, I was a bartender on Bingo, which is one of the
Right.
safest places in Atten.
Hmm.
Right.
So,
I think there's a whole feeling out of each other that's going on, and we should
Yes.
continue this. I
well,
mean,
perhaps we should all go get a drink.
sure.
At the pub?
Or if there's more animals, I mean,
Well, I definitely want to get on his good side, because if he's after this gold to collect the creatures in Axbright, then I don't want him to be disposing of them inappropriately.
Right.
no, definitely not. No, we should definitely find the creatures ourselves. Let's go outside.
Okay.
Yes? Is there anything else that needs to be said before we're in mixed company?
Really quickly. Barbara?
You hear this melodic tune. Her wings are the only sound that she can create, and the wings kind of vibrate in a way that hums, that kind of thing.
Lily
Barbara.
just kind of flinches when she remembers that Barbara's in the room.
It's okay.
Barbara, my divine, please find entertainment in the creatures that are down there, and they're your friends. And I'll be back very soon to check on you. Okay.
There's like this strange sound, and you feel your body get a little uncomfortable for a second, but nothing overtly attacking your brain.
I think first priority should be repopulating the menagerie as quickly as possible so that Barbara doesn't get distressed.
Yes, and drying your hair, Lily. It's dreadful.
Oh, well, okay. I'll just run upstairs and grab a towel.
That's all right. She'll use prestidigitation to dry her off quickly before they walk outside.
All right, I will walk out the front door.
I guess
Fixes
I have
her
that
little-
spell now too.
her little
I've done
buns.
that myself.
Oh,
I always forget.
Okay, as you walk out the front door, James, you see you appear to Civ and Ugo, and you see Reed, who is now getting a full view of you for the first time, completely react. He pulls his dagger, and from that jerkin that he had, or the sort of a half cape that he had over his shoulder, you see him pull out a mini crossbow and point it, and he goes, "Demon!"
Stop!
Not a demon.
I'll jump
Hello.
between the two of them.
Hello.
It's our friend James. Don't
I'm
shoot.
Not really a demon.
You off. I must again ask what has happened to Lily Dumblestuck.
He's
You are-
afflicted.
Fahima walks out right behind him. Hey! What did I just say about any creature on the premises?
That is no creature. That is a
Hello,
foul demon.
everyone.
Thank goodness.
What's
Oh,
happening?
look, it's Lily. Oh, better be prepared to not hurt her. Oh,
Lily,
no.
Are you safe? Is this demon? What is going on here?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair that you're thinking that. This is our friend James, and he's having a bit of a warlock situation happening right now, and it's not as
Do you have 51 episodes?
it's not as dire as it looks. He's good. See? And
Think
I'll
of
give
it like a
James a little
curse.
side hug. See, we're friends.
I'm fine.
I know, though, it is a bit concerning.
It's a little unsettling. It is for me too. It's a recent issue, but I assure you, I am in full control of my faculties.
Also, Lily Dumblestuck can take care of herself. She's strong.
She
Why?
definitely can.
I have no doubt about that, but I must say you're the first demon I have seen inside this city, and
Not a demon.
well, forgive me for if it quacks like a demon and walks like a demon. I fear I must.
It's fair. It's fair, and that's good to hear. Actually, that there have been no further demons here in Axbright. But as you
Reed,
can tell,
how did you find your way to Fahima's house in the first place?
Well, your companions brought me here.
you followed the 12-foot-tall cat.
What?
We made a deal.
I thought you two were outside watching the animals.
I have been waiting to talk about that. Civ, how are you 12 feet tall?
I think by now I've shrunk back down, by the way. It's just the words. Words have power, and I've learned how to tap into them. And I gesture towards my armor, my weapons, my shoes. Everything has something either written on it or etched into it.
Was this so back at the graveyard in Turles, when you said something, you gave a little speech, there was
I read some of my poetry over the dead bodies from Shantytown.
a flash of something that happened then, right? Everyone else saw it, right?
Yes, that was a precursor to this, I believe.
That's why you're blue?
That I don't know. That happened after the demon poisoned me.
Fascinating.
So I'm not quite sure if that's part of all of this or something else.
I mean, the mind boggles with potential uses for it. So you can control it?
I can control my words. I don't know if I can control exactly what happens with them all the time. So I'm very careful with the words that I choose.
Looks like we may have to run some experiments like we do with our spells sometimes. All right. Interesting. Sorry, Reed. Sorry.
Excuse me, I still have questions that did not get answered.
Yes, my love.
I'll go.
Yep.
Sib, I thought you were
You really
outside.
react to that.
Oh.
I thought you were outside watching the animals. You left without telling us?
Yes.
Well, we left a note.
Right.
Then who was
And I
watching
screamed
the
it real
animals?
loud.
The bear was protecting the animals while we were gone.
They're smarter than me.
Well, where did you go?
We walked around inside town just to, look around to see how things were going. It was odd that there were no demons attacking this place, so I wanted to
I'll go.
figure
Your
out why.
face is telling me that's not what happened.
I met my new friend Reed, and we had a conversation.
Ah, so you two went to the pub.
Yes.
Eventually, yes.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
He's very dashing.
yes, Reed's very charming, is he not?
Yeah.
It's a charming party, so just add another one.
Very nice haircut.
Ask the right questions.
Well, I believe we owe this gentleman a beverage. Though
Yes.
It seems like someone's already taken care of that. So perhaps we could do that?
Well, I must say, I suddenly feel like I've been intruding into a established situation here. I'm also quite concerned that if we walk into the pub with your fanged friend, we might not get as warm a reception as we might otherwise.
Well, I was planning on going and retrieving the other animals before it got too late.
Well, yes,
we have a situation, do we not?
we do. And actually, Civ, something you've blessedly missed out on is there is a member of Fahima's Menagerie that who is quite impatient and known to cause a little bit of havoc. If
Uggo told me.
Oh, great. So, yeah, I actually think we should try and reclaim those animals as quickly as possible.
Well, I am duty-bound to participate if I am to earn this reward, but again, do not want
Welcome
to
to the
overstay
Heroes
my
of
welcome.
Wrangle, Reed. We promised you we'll get you a drink after we take care of this.
Yes.
How about that?
One
I
drink
do want to catch
for
up.
Every creature unharmed.
And if need be, I'm fine staying back here at the house. There's plenty to read and continue to look through Conroy's stuff.
Well, perhaps we can have a drink here at the house then.
Maybe.
I think
Or
I want
not.
to get out to the pub.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
change of scenery.
Well, there are, as far
never
as I
have, you know.
understand, 2 more locations where they have been sighted.
Oh,
Okay.
good to
So we can all go as a group or split up. It's your
I
call.
have an idea.
yeah.
How about Civ, myself, James and Fahima go find the animals, and Reed and Lily go to the pub to catch up on old times.
I actually don't mind that at all. And Reed, I know you're duty bound to this reward, to participating, but you've done more than enough.
Well, Lily, if that is amenable to you, I think that plan is rather attractive.
That's fine with me, as long as you all feel okay catching the animals alone.
Yeah.
I would like to catch up with Reed.
Just be safe. Yeah, be safe.
See, everybody's worrying about my safety.
Well,
It's a common theme.
Yes, I mean, listen. If Barbara is any indication, if Barbara is any indication as to some of the potential power of these animals, I don't know what we're about to face. Also, I'll point at Fahima's got a bloody nose because of all the psychic damage you took last round.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Took a lot.
I was just looking at my character sheet, like, what fight did we get in?
We didn't. The force of evil took you down quite a bit, if memory serves.
Yes, 20 points.
Hey, Fahima, come
points.
here. Huh? Come here a second. I'm gonna smush this blood away, wipe your face a bit. I can give you up to 30 hit points.
Whoa.
I only need 20.
I'll give you 20.
Oh.
Ugo's hands begin to glow with golden light, and your wounds begin to close as he's kind of smoothing the blood away from your face. Yeah, I think that's better.
Oh my god, I can breathe.
Back to your old self.
We feeling all right about splitting the old party? That old tactic.
Well, you can't go to the pub, so
I agree.
we have to split something.
Well, perhaps we could leave Mr. Whispers with Lily, so that
Mr. Whispers was taken out by the horned bunny.
Oh no!
Oh.
By that cute thing?
Can't you?
Oh, the bummer.
Can't you sort of recast?
Well, we
Yes,
can
I
come
just
with you to
thought about
start. If you want us to come with you to start the fight, and then we can go to the pub later.
I have a solution. If you would like to go, I can very quickly erase Civ's name in my book and replace it with yours, and we can do a swapsies later. If you don't mind signing the book, Lily.
I don't mind signing.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure everyone's comfortable with this.
Very.
Since I'm the one who preaches don't split the party, and then here I go.
Well, you're not really like going to a dangerous place. You're going to a pub. I don't know if it's like, oh no, split the party. They went to the pub.
I'll go. Do you remember?
Do
Do you remember the first pub we went to together? That did not go well.
No.
Oh, good point.
Also, I mean, this way, if we get into any sort of situations, boy, I don't know. Okay, yeah, no, if you wish, wish to go.
Reed, are you a hag in disguise? And don't lie, because I'll know if you are.
Not the last time I checked.
Insight check.
Yeah, I'm going to take one for sure.
I'll go. You have advantage
Reed's
from...
the sea hag in disguise.
I think I'm nuts.
Figured it out.
Thank you. I think I'm nuts.
Do I have anything?
You have advantage from change box.
Thank you, change box. I will guide myself for this too. Okay.
You know what? I'm just thankful that James is here. I just love that he's here to help Ugo understand the world better.
That's very sweet of you.
And I would like to use my ability to make sure that he succeeds.
What did you get, James?
I got a 14.
All right. He's lying. No, I'm kidding. Totally true.
Well, no, I mean, and I guess I wanted an insight check, not specifically on the sea hag thing, but on the hag thing, but also just like his vibe. He's probably suspicious.
I mean, he is a bit overwhelmed by the display in front of you. You are certainly getting a lot of standoffishness from him personally, James. This is a guy that came to Axbright specifically to get away from demons. So, it's not fear. It's just like complete distrust in your direction,
Yeah.
Ugo, I mean, it is clear to you that he did not lie about being a sea hag in disguise.
For sure. But Ugo looks at him, squints. I believe you for now.
Very self-consciously sort of giving Reed the side-eye, James will pull out his book of shadows and turn to the far scribe page. And
So,
what he sees
is a dark,
real
black
bad
book. This demon opens up a completely black book that looks like the sun is blotted out in that space, and it opens it in front of Lily, and
sign your name, Lily.
Exactly.
Please say James's voice does that whenever he's holding the book.
There's just whispers coming out of it, just like, your names. And Reed looks at Lily and says, I will refrain from offer an opinion. Offer
I
an
know.
opinion about
I know
this.
it looks a bit more dark than it really is. I promise.
I've been around a while, but it seems, Lily, you have done a lot to catch up to me in terms of experience with strange people.
Well, I'm a people person, so you know, all types.
Sign right there.
Lily puts a little heart over the eye in her.
Oh, that's very nice. Even in the it looks quite nice. Thank you.
It takes about 10 minutes to walk across the entirety of Axbright, so we won't be far.
All right.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Just one moment. Siv, could I speak to you for just a second?
As you wish.
Okay. I just pull Siv over to the side. You're awfully quiet.
Yes, I'm trying to get a read on Reed.
Well, it seems like you took that into your own hands, did you not?
What do you mean?
Well, you went off to go meet him on your own.
No,
Siv.
I'm telling you the truth. We were looking around the town to try to find what was going on, and then we decided to go and get a drink.
Insight check.
All right.
I have advantage on my deceptions now, so good luck with that, sister.
About time.
Lily, you have advantage from Changebox.
Okay.
I have auto advantage.
Auto advantage on deception.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, 16.
There's a point in every relationship.
I mean, your relationship's first insight check.
That would be an 18.
Wait, can I use my appreciation?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm
I'm thankful for Siv's honesty.
thankful.
Oh, dude. Using it on each other is rough.
This is also kind of a force of evil, by the way. How do I use it?
Yeah. You guys figured out a way to make it a force of evil.
Okay, I'm thankful.
Fun for everyone.
I'm truly thankful for everyone in this cast, like all the people. And
No. I'm gonna force you to do it as Lily right now.
Yeah.
As a
So like in this moment, for you to activate this, I need you to like in character, standing there with Siv,
okay,
invoke it, you know?
Siv, before you answer, I just want you to know I'm very thankful that you and I have always had open communication through our unconventional relationship, if we'll call it that. I just want honesty from you. I trust you've never lied to me about you and, you know, your
Vic.
past. Well, sure.
I did lie to you about Vic.
Okay. Well, here we go. That happens. But are you lying to me now?
I prefer to call it bending the truth.
Mm-hmm. I'm a bard. I know what that is. I kind of do it professionally. And why are you bending the truth?
I just find it very convenient. He just shows up out of nowhere. Recognizes you immediately. Seems very interested in you and nothing else.
Well, I think you know, Siv, certain people have chemistry. And you can't deny that. And I'm not saying that there's anything that's going to happen between us, but you and Vic had chemistry, even after everything you had been through, did you not?
Yes.
And even when you saw her again, that was still there, was it not?
Painfully so.
And you will always love her, will you not?
Yes, I will.
Relationships are complicated, Siv, and that's why I know I've been not the easiest. Because I'm not good at this. That's the truth. I think I blame other people for it, but I'm not good at commitment, if you will. because I find it scary.
Why?
Because I like to, I don't know, I've lived in Bingo my whole life. This is the first time I've been away from home. I don't know what the world is. I don't know what I'm going to find. I would have never in a million years guessed I would have met up with all you and that this adventure would have taken the place the way it did. Would you?
I don't know anymore. Sometimes I think this is all just some random happenstance mistake. And other times I think it's destiny. It's hard not to look at your face and think this wasn't meant to be.
It's very sweet, Civ. But I think you thought the same thing about Vic when you saw her. And I know that might seem like a harsh thing for me to say to you right now, but
Vic is very much like the poison that I enjoy consuming on a regular basis.
You
It
enjoy
tastes
consuming
amazing
poison?
going down, but after a while it eats you away from the inside.
okay.
I sure hope that this read is nothing like Vic, for your sake.
And I just want to clarify, Reed and I never dated.
I could tell he knows nothing about you.
Well, I've changed a lot since he met me.
Civ reaches into his bag of holding, or the bag of holding, and pulls out a handful of gold and puts it in your hand. Buy him as many drinks as he wants.
Well, thank you, Civ.
So really, it's my source of my power is somewhat demonic, but I myself am not demonic. No, I mean, really, like 2 weeks ago, I was just a normal, like, librarian-looking fellow.
You
can
see
still
him constantly looking at Civ and Lily and past you at Civ and Lily as you're talking to him.
Hey, read.
I love that you're like the energy vampire of demons.
Really, the incisors when they grow like a few inches. I've been noticing, like,
Feel right here. Feel right here.
It's like right here.
very strange. But don't be worried. Don't be worried. I realize everything I'm saying and doing right now is worrying you more.
Look,
it's
Reed,
nothing personal. I just,
I don't
it's
take
hard
it
to.
as such.
And if it makes you feel any better, if he decides to go full demon, you got me here, and we'll be just fine.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, well, let's not. Well, I mean, it might happen.
We're not going to have this discussion right now.
Okay.
She notices Reed looking over at Civ and Lily and says, "Hey, Reed, look, you're concerned about Lily's safety. Civ also finds himself concerned about Lily's safety.
We all are, but yes.
Mostly, but Civ, I would say, is
Particularly
more
concerned with Lily's
particularly
safety.
concerned with Lily's safety.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Yeah,
No, there is a.
There's nothing. There's nothing to say that you both can't be concerned about Lily's safety. Should she, feel that that's. That she likes.
Really, it's
people
not
to be
our
concerned
place
about
to
her safety.
say.
What am I, grizzle meat?
All
Do
I'm
I not
saying
count
is-
here? Do I not care about
No,
Lily's?
we're all.
There doesn't need to be any animosity surrounding the
Absolutely not.
situation. We can
No.
all be concerned about Lily's safety.
Lily, are you ready to go now? Your
Yes.
friends have been delighting me with some light conversation, but
Well, let's go get a drink at the pub, Reed, and then maybe we can meet them over and help them finish up with the animals.
of course.
Lily, I'll check in with you in a few. If you don't hear from us,
That just comes to my head, right?
it does. If you don't hear from us in an hour, yeah, okay, yeah.
If we don't hear from you in an hour, we'll head to the field.
head to the the two
We'll
different
go to the
locations.
eastern farm first. So
Great.
if it's more than an hour, then go to the western farm where the other animals are, or where they were last seen.
Fahima
I'll
links
go-
arms with Civ and looks at Lily and Reed and says, "Be safe, you two."
Okay.
Yeah. You as well.
Thank you.
Ugo hops up on the celestial bear and rides by and looks at Reed and goes, and then catches
he's a,
up with.
he's a gnome, right? So you're like way up there too. You know,
Bringing the bear.
And then ride off to catch up with Fahima and Civ.
All right, so let's stick with you guys first, and you guys are moving toward the eastern field. Is there anything you'd like to talk about on the way, or is it a quiet journey?
You know, Fahima,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Fahima, I don't know if this is something you want, but I mean, if you did want to make the house a little easier, I could try to dispel whatever the invisibility thing is. I mean, it seems very powerful. I don't know. I can't
No.
guarantee it'll work.
I think that's a lovely idea, but the cons really do outweigh the pros there. There's
Yeah, I
quite
agree.
a menagerie down there.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
It's probably true.
Algo was saying something about a creature down in the basement that's incredibly powerful. Is that something we need to be concerned about?
Yes.
Ugo's
Yes.
laying his hand on his chest and glows yellow, and he goes, yeah, it made me jump down some stairs. It's definitely a thing to worry about.
Yes.
So is this going to work if we reclaim all these creatures and
Well, I think I might have to look into appointing someone to check in on the creatures because all of the creatures were down there, and she still got bored. I think maybe because they were in their cages and there was no one to entertain. You know, my dad and I weren't there, so
Yeah.
is
no
there a
one's
way
getting
to
fed.
release whatever it is into the wild?
oh no.
Actually, Fahima, roll me a history check.
Okay.
You have advantage from Gateway Guy.
Thank you, Gateway Guy.
Oh, we send him to Mama.
21.
Quite a
21.
distance.
Okay, so your recollection is Barbara, the Dijiang, is one of the oldest creatures. It has always been around. It was one of the things that you always remember being there throughout your childhood. Lots of creatures come and go, but Barbara has remained constant. And in a lot of ways, she was used to sort of keep the peace. And in the way that she's able to influence people's moods and behaviors, in a lot of ways, she was sort of the way that a lot of the animals, or a lot of the monsters, a lot of the creatures were reassured. And the fact that she has sort of gone rogue a little bit is, I think you would be able to determine part of the reason that things have gone bad. Like her mood, her attitude, her level of boredom has, I think Fahima could probably put together, has really caused this issue. And if she's chill, the other animals are going to be chill.
Mhm.
That's basically the way your father kind of used them. That was his method of keeping the peace. And animals that are quite dangerous, you know, a lot of, as you know, he would bring monsters, like real monsters home. And the only way that that was even safe for him and you was that Barbara was sort of there as this safeguard.
So she needs to be there. She needs to be.
Yeah, I think from
in
Fahima's
place.
perspective, the idea of Barbara not being there means that no one else can be there, because it's, you know, like Barbara is the reason the menagerie can be, you know?
Okay,
Jesus.
so Fahima communicates as much to Civ.
So what changed? Why did Barbara get bored?
Well, I don't know exactly why.
Is it
but,
just because you
lack of
left?
Stimulation. Yes, we would visit her multiple times a day. So
Well, are you going to be able to come back?
not easily.
Is there anyone in this area that you could trust to check in on them?
I mean, to be honest, I really don't know.
They wouldn't
anyone.
be able to get inside.
Um,
Need I remind you?
right.
I'm
I
just
do know-
wondering
I
if
do know one
we're
person,
doing
but-
all of this for the wrong reasons. In other words, we retrieve all the animals, bring them all back, and then it just happens again.
You do know one person?
I do know one person in town that I would be able to trust, I think. But Civ has a point. Maybe I could talk to my dad.
I thought you didn't know anybody here.
Well, there was one person that I was sent, the baker. I was sent to get things from occasionally, and we would chit-chat.
Is he also a guard?
Baker food.
Deep cut.
No.
the guard baker. Wow. That feels like ages ago, and it was only like 6 episodes.
That's perfect for Uggo, though. Like at this point, Uggo just assumes guards are bakers and bakers are guards.
Makes sense.
And they're married.
Right.
But he used to be a soldier and and a scholar. So, but how would he get in?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Maybe this is something we can contact your father about this evening, either via dream or otherwise.
Yes.
I'm wondering if this creature is from another plane. Could you banish it?
Well, no. She has to be there, otherwise the other creatures can't be there.
Right.
Well, isn't she the main threat, though? Isn't she the one that you're worried about if she gets out?
She doesn't seem interested in getting out.
Well, if she's not there, then none of the creatures could
survive.
Be docile.
I see. All right. Well, do you have any idea what we might be in for as far as this eastern farm?
Ask. Yeah.
Death?
There's a number of things that you could run into, but you could list off all kinds of things that were there when you left, but there are. You want me to do it? You could. It might be worth it just to sort of scout the area and see what you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, I think that's a good idea. I'll go start on the back of the bear, riding up a little ahead, and start looking for tracks that seem out of place.
Okay, roll me a survival check. You have advantage from references needed.
I'll go. Maybe Civ should, because you're very large and imposing on that bear, and we don't want to scare anything off.
I can't scare tracks.
Well, I know, but if they see you first, you're an orc on a bear.
Yeah.
Maybe when we get closer to the farm, then we can.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure where things are. That's all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sneak up on a bear,
I am curious, Jeff, when we're traipsing through the town or the outskirts of the town to get to this eastern farm, is anybody seeing us?
Well, it depends on how you'd like to travel. If you go directly, then yes, people would certainly see you, and they would take note of you. But
I would like to go a roundabout way for James's sake.
Thank you.
I think that's very accomplishable, a very straightforward thing to do, because it is a small, sleepy town. It's pretty easy to kind of traipse through the tree line or make a wide berth around the farm itself and stay fairly hidden.
And
23 is survival.
Okay. So as you approach this area that has been indicated as being one of the disturbances, you definitely note several tracks in the approaching this farm, and a couple of them are quite large. There are big paw prints. Looks like a quadruped, quite large. And then smaller sort of hoof prints can be noted. Not together, doesn't look like these two creatures were walking together, but in different areas, sort of around the periphery here, you're able to note tracks of different sizes.
Are the paw prints like clawed, like predator?
Yeah,
like paw prints.
Mm-hmm.
Are they feline, canine, ursine?
Feline.
Okay. Big cat. And maybe horsey.
Okay.
Does that sound familiar to you at all, Fahima?
Fahima, roll me a history check. You have advantage from the Cosmic Lord.
Big cat and a horse.
You know what I'm so thankful for? Is
me? Are you thankful for me?
Having written down very detailed descriptions with sketches of every single creature that's in my menagerie right here in my diary.
Research always pays off.
You're very thankful for yourself.
So, based on Ugo's description, I don't know, Ugo, are you showing her these tracks or just describing them to her?
No, I would clearly point them out to her and say, that one looks like a...
Fahima, it's pretty clear to you that the large feline tracks are likely your father's dandelion.
Is that a real creature? Or is that one you made up?
I didn't make it up, but I plucked it from other sources. It is a lion plant hybrid creature. They're quite beautiful. They have manes of petals around this very lion head, and they have big, long, bushy tails that look like dandelions.
Oh my gosh.
So cute.
Yeah,
Adorable.
but they're quite large.
Are they omnivorous?
They are vegetarian, but they also can defend themselves if needed.
Okay. Cute. Okay. And did you say there was one more creature?
Yes, there are hoof prints. They're smaller than a horse would be, and I think that because you used your force of good, I think Fahima would immediately recognize or intuit that that's probably the Unka calf that your dad had been rehabilitating when he left. This Unka the calf is much smaller, but they grow to be pretty big, and they have very hard, almost stone-like backs that are nearly impenetrable. They kind of look like boars a bit, but they grow to be much, much larger. A calf is probably just a medium-sized creature, but they grow to be pretty big.
So it's like
it's a beast.
It's like an armadillo, but like stone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and so when I knew them, these were both pretty docile because they were with Barbara.
Yeah, exactly.
And...
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Would it be easier to try to lure them back with bait instead of just knocking them out like we did before?
Yes, my recommendation would be I would set a few snare traps and we lure them with their favorite food. Or I know that the calf will respond to a particular sound.
Do they understand common? Do they understand language?
Neither of them do. They are both basically beasts.
Okay. All right. Never mind. All right.
Okay.
All right. So are you guys
beast?
Are you guys moving closer, or are you going to try to set up stuff around the periphery? What is the plan?
Let's pause for a moment and Meep, could you fly up and pinpoint where these creatures are?
Meep. And you see this phoenix expand her wings and soar into the sky, leaving a trail of fire as she burns into the sky. Day is getting pretty late at this point too. I mean, it's still day, but it's late afternoon, and she burns up into the sky, and you can see her pretty clearly. I don't think it would be something that would escape notice either. Anybody that would be around, but immediately in your mind you start seeing these shapes of a little farm and a little field there of crops, and in your mind you see both of the animals that you expected munching around, trampling on the crops and eating away, nuzzling noses in, and they're not standing next to each other, but Meep can fly around enough to see each of them in this area. It's pretty clear to you, based on the shapes and senses that you get from your familiar, that it's understandable why people would be a little annoyed that these creatures are out kind of ruining their fields.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Fahima, I'm assuming these are not domesticated animals.
Oh no. Well, to a degree, they have been held in captivity, but I would not say domesticated, no.
I have some familiarity with animals, but I've never worked with a dandelion.
Well, additionally, I've only ever dealt with these creatures in the Menagerie, where they have been under Barbara's spell, so I don't quite know how they will defend themselves out here.
We could take a more political approach. If you Fahima, I can cast, if you give me 10 minutes, I can cast Speak with Animals.
Are they animals?
As could I. Well, what does it work on? Works on beasts?
Works on beasts.
I think the dandelion is technically a plant, but yeah, the Unca is definitely a beast.
I mean, it'd be a good start.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You could do it. You could do it faster than I can, but.
Well, we could both cast Speak with Animals, and Fahima, from that check, would she know kind of what to lure them with? What kind of food they might like?
I think Fahima certainly has had experience feeding each of these animals. I don't know if you would immediately know. I don't think Fahima was involved in the capture of either of them or any of the animals in the menagerie, so I don't think you have a recollection of exactly what it took to get them into the menagerie, but you certainly know foods that they appreciated when you fed them.
If we're getting closer and the farm is within, at least seeing distance, I'll sit down and start ritual casting Speak with Animals. Cast that.
All right, so as James does that, we will switch over to Reed and Lily walking through the outskirts of town and getting back toward the western side. They have to actually cross over a little bit of a trickling river, and as they're walking, Reed says, "Well, I apologize if I made a poor impression on your friends."
Oh, you didn't. We've just been through a lot in the last short bit of time, and so all of us are a bit trepidatious of new people in the group because there's been a lot of surprises. You know.
Well, yes, anytime any kind of adventure out of the familiar can lead to worry, that's for sure. And especially in the last several weeks, the things that have appeared across the countryside, I assume you've seen, and
a bit more than I'd like, yeah. What brings you to Axbright? How did you find yourself here?
Well, I'd heard news and rumor that Axbright was unusually safe. And I dealt with my fair share of creatures roaming around the countryside in the last several weeks, and I just thought I needed a break from all that. If there was a place I could go that would be safe, I found my way here.
You got some good intel, it seems. Though it's a bit suspicious that it's so safe here, isn't it?
Yeah, I do believe that is suspicious, but I was in a position not to look the gift horse in the mouth, if you know what I mean.
It's a good life lesson in general, or motto.
Lily, if I may, it is extraordinary to see you.
I agree. It's been, a year?
Well, perhaps. Well, it flies by.
It's been a lot.
He holds the door for you as you walk into the tavern, and
thank you.
Holds calls for a couple of drinks, and you guys sit down at a table in the back. I've always felt that there are only two kinds of people in this world. The kind who believe in coincidences, and the kind that believe in fate. And I have to admit, when I first met you, I pegged you as the former. Coincidences all the way down. But seeing you here out in the world with a crossbow the size of one of your sisters.
Yeah.
It occurs to me that either I was wrong about you, or you've changed.
Well, I guess I always thought you were right about me because you're the reason I'm out here, Reed. I mean, you were the one who told me that I could leave Wrangle if I wanted, and I could be an adventurer. I didn't have to just stay and be a bartender as much as I loved it. You know? No one had ever really seen me as anything other than the girl at Bingle and Loving It.
Well, I think that there is no coincidence that we met. And there is no coincidence that that night around the fire, you talked my ear off, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And then I, of course, talked your ear off about all my life outside the island. I think there's no coincidence that that prompted you to leave your home for the first time, and I think there's no coincidence that I'm traveling all across this big white land of ours and made a decision to come here now, just at the same moment that you happen to be passing through.
You think it's fate?
I'm that second kind of person.
I wouldn't have pegged you for a fate person, but...
Oh, I believe in fate quite sincerely. I believe we are all jumbled around in this crazy world, and I can't believe it's all just coincidence.
Well, perhaps you're right. I can't believe, I guess, most of my past 6 months have been coincidence. It feels so... I have so many stories to tell you, Reed.
I would love to hear them.
Have you heard of the Heroes of Bingle?
There was a voice.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people talk about it. I thought I was crazy when I heard it, but so many others have confirmed that it was in all of our heads.
That was James, the demon you just met.
Well, his voice sounds quite a bit different now,
Yes,
from what I
as
recall.
said, he's having a bit of a warlock moment, but it's been a wild ride.
I had heard about some trouble in Bingle.
Yes.
And I was relieved, I admit, when I heard that voice and confirmed that it wasn't just my own delusion.
No, it wasn't. It was real. It felt so real while it was happening, but it was very real. And I'm very lucky because my whole family made it, but a lot of others didn't.
But the island is safe again.
It is.
So
That's
are
true.
you planning to return?
Well, hopefully soon. We have a lot of things happening, and it's unsure when I'll be able to go back, but I miss it. But as you understand, sometimes there's a greater calling than comfort.
I think that's inspiring to hear.
And you?
Well,
What's your calling right now?
Right now, my calling is to sit here and drink in your presence.
You've always been quite charming, haven't you, Reed?
I think you bring out the best in me, Lily Dumblestock.
I don't think you should give me all that credit. But thank you.
So who are these heroes of Bingle you found yourself? I mean to take nothing away from them. I understand if you managed to save your home, you feel a kinship that I respect, but...
Well, we really were just a bunch of strangers that answered a simple dungeon run. And it quickly became quite complicated.
Your friend the orc said much the same thing.
Yes. I hear you had a drink with Civ and Uggo.
Yeah, I was hoping you would come through the door at any second, but wasn't to be.
I was not aware that they were here, but they're good company, too.
Sure.
I can imagine that Civ might have been a bit protective.
Ah.
Him and I aren't. It's very complicated. So.
Well, I don't mean to intrude.
Oh, no, not intruding. I just want to be upfront with you. You know how relationships are.
I've always been a bit of a loner. But, you know, there are some people with whom you can see yourself traveling and getting along quite well.
And?
Well, I don't mean to be too forward, but just how tied are you to this group?
Oh, quite tied.
Ah.
Quite.
All right.
I don't mean to disappoint you, but you know how that is. I know you adventure on your own, so it's a bit different. But...
Well, I was considering perhaps a partnership.
You and me?
Is that such a crazy idea?
Well, I've never really adventured with anybody but them.
Seems like a opportunity. Like I said, I don't believe in coincidences.
Well, what would we... What type of work do you do?
Listen to that. I assume similar to the types of things that you had answered your dungeon run call for. There are people who need help. There are people who need adventurers.
Oh.
I believe I'll be coming into a pretty significant amount of money. We deliver all these creatures back to their habitats and make some happy farmers. It's a nice little starter. Nothing too crazy, but I figure double the adventure, double the income.
I guess I've never really considered adventuring with anyone other than this group, because it's, you know, the first thing I know. Known? First thing I've known.
I see.
But Grammy always warned me about this quality I have, which is to attach myself to the first thing, you know?
Well, the way I see it, and I admit I'm a bit biased in this particular instance, but as someone who does not believe in coincidences, it seems to me that you met them to get to me.
That's quite a theory. Well, I'll have to consider it. That would
Can I
be a
get you
big-
another?
Sure.
All right. Back to the other group. We have the folks getting closer and closer to the farm. Shall we go to the map room, do you think?
Ooh.
What do you guys think? Are we close enough?
Yeah.
My ritual cast of speak with animals has popped off by now, I assume.
Jeff, I have a question. Since he's taking all that time to ritual cast, can I summon Mr. Whispers back?
Sure, yeah, it takes 10 minutes too, right?
Because I have the spell, I don't have to ritual cast it. I actually cast the spell.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I summon him as a Al Mirage, the
Aw.
rabbit with the
yes.
horn?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Now that you've
I know
seen
that
that
exists.
creature, yeah.
Yeah.
You absolutely
Silly
can.
Yeah,
You
I think,
see,
I think that would be fun.
This
Poor Mr.
swirl
Whispers.
as Civ concentrates and
James concentrates, there's a swirl and this construction that happens right in front of you, sort of light and material all swirling it together. It's hard to look directly at it. It's bright and it's complicated, and it's almost like little bits are reforming, kind of summoned out of the ether. And all of a sudden, you see this furry, rabbit-like creature with a long horn, eyes that you can't help but recognize. They look much like the eyes that you've seen now in a mouse, in a snake, and in a raven.
Yep.
And in a monkey.
And a monkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the first time I've ever actually summoned him from thin air, because he's always been there before. So
Yeah. He's definitely, he seems a little disoriented when, you know, there's a little coughing and sputtering that happens. And
it's all right. It's all right.
Digs in the ground a bit with this horn that he's unfamiliar with, and looks up at you with these confused eyes.
I thought I would try something different. I hope you don't mind.
There's a bit of a wrinkle of the nose and looks around.
I'll reach into my bag of holding and pull out some grain that I have for the pigs and the chickens and what have you.
Yeah.
Imagine a horn on your head. It takes some getting used to balance-wise.
Well, I mean, he took to being a bird rather quickly.
Very true.
If we're all sitting down, Fahima will also, instead of casting Speak with Animal, she'll ritual cast that as well with James.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a few
I'll go.
things-
Everybody is casting
Push-ups. Just doing push-ups.
Okay. I love it.
So there's a few things we can do. Ideally, I think I would like to see if we can get these creatures to come back willingly. I don't want to scare them, so speaking with them, brilliant idea, James. And
I thought
Jeff?
this might work, and I hold up Mr. Whispers. They might recognize the creature.
Cute.
Oh,
Since they were in cages before with something similar,
yes,
maybe they'll follow this one over
Perhaps.
to us.
seeing two, yes.
Right.
Jeff, is Fahima's house within 500 feet? Because if it is, then she can use Arcane Gate.
No, it is
Okay.
not.
That would have been
500 feet's not
See.
that long. You know, it's
Yeah.
much farther away than that.
It's like
a tenth of a mile. Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
How long of a walk was it, roughly? 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, if that, 15. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Fahima will conjure. If they have something similar that they like to eat, since they're both herbivores, it looks like.
Should we go one at a time?
That's what we tried to do before, and one of them actually attacked us while the other one fled. So
Got it. Okay.
I think it might be easier if you can speak to one of them to try that first.
Yes, well, seeing me as a familiar face might help as well. So one at a time would be good. So
Me
she'll
as a
conjure something
demon
for
face.
the.
The Unca calf?
Yeah, the calf seems like it'll startle more easily if it hears something. So just
And that
based
one we
off of
think
real
will
calves.
understand us, whereas the dandelion, I almost said tiger lily. The dandelion we think might not understand us because it could technically be a plant.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
not sure.
Great.
And then she'll use prestidigitation to make the conjured treat smell like that treat.
Okay.
Good. I'll let her. I will walk with Fahima over towards the Yunka calf, but I will be letting her lead the way. And James is probably, after the conversation with Reed and after hearing that everyone in town might like, James is like hood fully up, which makes him look like a Dementor probably.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yeah, those ring wraiths really did a good job, disguising themselves. I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll be able to fit right into the town folk.
Right.
Why don't we actually, if we're gonna engage with these animals, let's roll initiative.
Okay.
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 I thought we were gonna. Well, yeah, I guess
Gonna
it's
go-
initiative. That's fine.
Gonna go.
Civ, you have advantage from Change Box.
Thank you,
Fahima,
Change
you
Box.
have advantage from Cetar. James, you have advantage from Change Box. And
Thank you,
Ugo,
Change
you
Box.
have advantage from References Needed.
Thank you, Reverend.
Chrono Dragon.
Reference is needed.
Nat 20.
Dirty 20.
Sheesh. 16.
Wow, I'm going last. 15.
All right,
That's a
so-
22 total for me.
All right,
I guess I'm thinking about something else right now.
Don't know what you could do.
I'll go Fahima, James. Oh, actually, if you rolled a 15,
Yeah.
one of the creatures goes before you.
I rolled a 16, but
He rolled a 16 as well. That probably has a better dex than you.
I'm a +2.
Oh yeah. Yep. Okay.
Gonna go. Great.
Okay, so we got Uggo, Fahima, James, Dandelion, Civ, Unka. So Uggo, you are up first.
The dandelion is the one towards the left, I assume.
Yes, that's the dandelion there, the larger of the two. It's a large creature. The Unka calf is the smaller creature. Both of them are sort of nuzzled down. They don't quite sense you yet as you're far enough away.
Okay.
But they're both, tearing into crops and, picking at bushes and eating stuff.
This thing that looks like a thatched roof to the side of the well, is that a shed? What is that?
That right there?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That is a little sort of hay shed, where you would,
Cool.
in that pen you'd have maybe sheep or something, but there aren't any right now.
Got it. Okay.
Uggo's gonna top off the bear and turn to it and says, "Stay here." And then Uggo's going to silently indicate to Civ that he's going to go around on the left flank of the dandelion.
All right.
Oh wait, we're not.
He's going to the dandelion. You and I are going to take the Unka calf because
Oh no! I did not agree to split up. No! I did not agree to that. No, I think I should be there for both. They're not going to recognize you, and
okay,
you can't
then-
speak with them.
He's sneaking though, so maybe you should just walk straight up the middle. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm
One at a time.
go
One
roll-
at a time.
I'll go roll a stealth check. You have advantage from Sonic the Hodgepodge.
Follow me. Don't go that way. I'll go.
Uggo gets up and goes, "Wait, we're not going this way." I rolled a 4.
All right. Both of these with advantage. Both of these animals.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 4.
That's right. Both of the animals perk up and are quite scared. But Fahima, you can still go.
All right, you go. Go, Fahima.
Okay.
Probably should have been the moment I rolled initiative, but that's okay. It's still fun.
Okay, so Fahima will walk 5, 10. We can walk on diagonal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
15, 20, 25,
Just like real life.
30. She'll say, she'll use her speak with animals, and say, "Hi, Boo. Do you remember me? Boo, it's me, Fahima. I'm back. That looks really yummy. Do you want this? Huh?"
All right. Roll me an animal handling check. You have advantage from Chloe with the flow.
Thank you,
Nice.
Chloe. I wish I would have skipped
nice.
my Thanksgiving for this. Oh, bad. Oh, please tell me I have proficiency in this.
Oh no.
Okay, I do. 15.
Okay.
All right. It looks at you and is suddenly able to communicate. You're able to understand the words that are coming out of its mouth, and it says, "So many things chase me.
I know. It's okay.
Just
I'm
want
not-
eat."
I know I have so much food for you back at home. So much food. I'm sorry I left you for so long. But
Loud one, scare me.
oh, I know Barbara. You know how Barbara can get. But she's quiet now. She's singing a lovely song. Come on, come with me, and she'll kind of inch a little bit forward. Come on. You want this? You have
All
to
right.
follow me.
So it's not its turn yet. James, you're up.
James is like playing a game of telephone to Ugo instead of like, all right, she's talking because I having speak with animals up, I can understand them too. I think.
Fahima just like.
Sounds like it's going well. He's just very annoyed and wants to eat, but it sounds like Barbara upset him quite a lot. So, but I think it's gonna be fine.
I think he was referring to Ugo, but that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, the larger one. Okay. Oh, the loud one. Right. Okay. What am I gonna do here? What do I do? I sneakily will stealth basically behind this shed so that I can kind of like keep an eye on Fahima and hopefully keep an eye towards the dandelion as well.
Okay.
I'll stealth it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
You have advantage from change box.
I will use my action to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
All right.
Thank you,
You move very quietly up toward Fahima. In fact, Civ, you don't even hear him leave your side. He just sort of sneaks away.
Right.
Anything else you're going to do?
Use my action to cast guidance. So no, I'm just going to hang right there. I'm going to back up Fahima if she needs it and keep an eye on the dandelion, I guess.
All right. So it's the dandelion's turn. It is going to...
Uh-oh. Don't like that.
It is going to start moving this way. It heard Ugo. It's going to move there and is going to see both of you, and it's going to shake its tail at you, which dislodges all of the seeds on its tail. The tail looks like a dandelion. It's got like literally has seeds going out of it, a huge bushy seed tail, and it's going to shake its tail and look at you, and the seeds are going to actually it has to get closer. It can go there.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
that's a good distance.
It does another
awesome
thing.
ranged attack. It
does another thing that it has a 60-foot range, but this isn't it.
Okay, got it.
And it is you have to roll me Constitution saves, please.
Oh no!
Civ, you have advantage from Gateway Guy, and James, you have advantage from Change Box.
Wait, it's me or it's Ugo? He can't see.
I think
me.
you're standing next to Fahima, right?
Wait,
oh, wait,
so...
no. Oh wait, yes. I'm sorry. That's Ugo, and that's
Ugo and
Fahima,
Civ.
and this is 5, 10, 15. Yeah. So it gets. Actually, we'll get Civ too. It'll get Fahima and Ugo and Civ in its radius.
Wow. Okay. Oh, so it's just emanating out from it.
Yeah, it just shakes its tail, and it's how you blow a dandelion and those seeds.
Yeah, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes!
I got a
Con
21.
save? Is it
Yeah,
Constitution?
Con save. Yeah.
yep. 21.
Fahima.
Constitution save.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage?
Yes, I told you already.
Oh, sorry.
Gateway Guy.
I was strategizing in my brain.
That's okay.
6.
Okay.
15.
15. Oh, so Ugo and Fahima, both of you start sneezing uncontrollably.
Oh.
You are blinded and incapacitated.
Whoa.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
Save every round, or how long?
save every round. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think maybe Fahima would know that a stiff wind can
Blow this away.
blow it away, disperse it.
But she's incapacitated.
Oh, so it's
she
a
can't tell us that.
cloud. It's
I
a
can't-
cloud
Exactly.
that stays
It's a
there.
cloud of seeds that's hanging around. 30-foot radius. So
Yikes.
you guys are sneezing uncontrollably. You're blind, and your eyes start stinging. You did all these seeds all around you. You start sneezing and coughing and sputtering, and Civ, you're able to turn away and resist it. But it is your turn now, Civ.
Oh boy.
I just look over at James and shrug my shoulders and kind of resign myself to the chaos.
Just
When
to
they
clarify, Jeff, this is not a disease, right? It doesn't count.
That's
as a
correct. It
disease.
is not a disease.
Okay.
When they get incapacitated, do they literally flop onto the ground like they're passed out, or they're just?
No,
like,
I think it's just they're sneezing so much, and it's like you got hit with the most terrible case of hay fever or allergies, right? You're
As someone that suffers seasonal allergies, this is all too real for me.
Exactly.
Relatable.
Their eyes are stinging and they can't see. You know, there's tears in their eyes and they can't see, and they're just sneezing so much that they're unable to do anything else.
Okay. I don't know who to go to, but James is closer to Fahima, so I will go for Uggo. I will rush over. I will grab Uggo, and then I'd like to pull him out of the cloud if I can to the left.
All right.
I can't react. I can't react or take action, so I can't even defend myself.
But you're also blind, so you don't know
right, so I don't,
that this is your friend.
But I can't resist him, so it's like,
Right.
get off me! I don't know who you are.
It's me. It's me.
Sneezing.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna. I don't want to pull him off the map per se, because
Okay.
that'll get confusing. But I'm just gonna pull him as far west or the left side of the map as I need to.
Yeah.
Ron, if
you're
you
out of
wanna
the
move
cloud.
with me.
He's out of the cloud. But he still needs to make the save in order to.
Right.
And then I'll take out, just to role play it. I'll take out like a canteen of water and I'll splash it in his face at the same time.
Yeah. I'll say that will give him advantage on his
Great.
on his save.
Great. And I'll probably pull my scarf up over my face if memory serves. So that'll be my turn.
Okay. So it was the Unca's turn. It was walking over. It was approaching Fahima to listen to her and get a nice treat that it sees. And then Fahima's like, completely losing her mind. And so it freaks out, and it is going to turn and run toward James and attack.
I can't
Stealth, right?
I was
Oh, you were
stealthed,
stealthed.
and
You're
I'm
right.
behind the shed.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It won't
I
see
could
you.
probably go through the
It doesn't
shed
want to
if it
run
wanted
into
to.
the seed. Doesn't want to run into the seed cloud. Is it going to attack? Doesn't have anybody to attack. It ran away. All right, it's going to run this direction. Bloop, as fast as it can. It's making a break for it.
One thing at a time.
That is its turn. Back to the top of the round. Uggo, you can try your save. You have advantage because of the water thrown in your eyes.
All right.
From your friend Civ.
Oh my gosh.
Nat 20 again.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right, so the water works. It cleanses the stinging out of your eyes, and you come out of it. You're able to see again. You're coughing and sputtering, and you look at Civ, and you see that you've been pulled far away from these creatures, but there's still this sort of dandelion seedlings hanging in the air right around where Fahima and this creature are.
Uggo wipes his eyes and says, "I'm sorry, Fahima," and he looks at the dandelion and he says, "Sit down. Make a wisdom saving throw."
Can you do that against
Command.
plants? Can you do it
Command.
against plants?
As long as it can understand me.
Well, it can understand. It can understand the people who are talking with speak to animals.
If it can't speak, if it can't understand my language, then it
No, it can't. This happened last time. Poor Uggo.
You keep trying that, and it's not working.
I just want people to sit down.
Maybe try, please. I don't know.
The other thing you notice, Uggo, as you turn and yell at this thing, is that it has this big grin on its face. Like it shook its thing, and it made the seeds, and everybody's sneezing, and it's just like as happy as can be.
Well, now I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I Fahima, and I'm just
All right, that's the end of your turn. Fahima, you're up. You can try your save again. You have advantage from change box.
Thank you, change box. This is another con save.
Yep.
Oof. Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad on these. That's a 7.
Oh, well, you're still
Really
you're
bad.
still coughing and
Wow.
wheezing. You see Fahima in a new fit of sneezing. She's just standing there. There's all these particles around her, these little, dandelion things hanging in the air. It's thick and the sort of chalky white of the powder in the air almost.
I know that I can't take actions or reactions, but I will try to move, even though I can't see. To
Okay.
try to get out of the cloud.
Okay.
So she's gonna run in what she thinks was forward towards Boo.
All right. So you are gonna run right into either the fence or the wall of the building, whichever you know.
That tracks.
Either straight north into the wall. Yeah, right there. Bonk. Yeah.
Okay.
Watch out for him! Oh,
You take.
Oh boy.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And am I not incapacitated anymore because I'm outside of the cloud?
No. You still have to make your save. It's still an effect that you've.
Oh, she
Oh.
didn't, and she failed it.
Right.
Yeah, I failed it.
You're incapacitated.
Yeah, but okay. So even if you're outside of the cloud, you still have the itchies in your eyes.
yeah. Yep.
I don't even think he could have moved.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can.
Move,
Yeah,
use the-
incapacitated allows you to move. You just can't take actions or reactions.
What a weird rule. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
And she'll yell and her speak with animals. Mr. Ma, don't you recognize me?
No, you. Oh, action react. You're talking to the dandelion.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you.
She doesn't,
Yeah. Okay.
she doesn't realize that it doesn't work because it's a plant.
Right.
Well, but she can speak with it because she. Oh, right.
It's a plant.
It's a plant.
plant,
Yeah. So
not a
you can't
beast.
speak. Yeah. You're. She's yelling. So what you see is Fahima run out of this cloud of seeds, smack right into the wall, and then turn around and go. Talk in this weird beast voice that no one understands except James, and you clearly see, James, that the dandelion is not paying any attention to that.
This is a comedy of errors.
I also didn't realize I should have known that snare takes a full minute to cast, so we would have had to set those up before we entered initiative. So that's out. Yeah, and Fahima's on fire right now. She's very embarrassed that this is happening. Her dad, she's so glad her dad's not here.
All right, James, you're up. You've seen all this happen.
Oh, okay. So I saw Mr. Maw not respond to Fahima's speaking with animals. How large is? You said Mr. Maw is a large creature.
Yeah, think of it as a lion.
Yeah.
Like the size of a lion, but it looks, it looks like this lion mixed with a plant. It has petals instead of a mane. Mm-hmm. It has this tail that is it looks like a dandelion, and it has almost like it has green skin, and it looks very plant like.
Would you say it's about 1,000 pounds? Or more?
I don't know how heavy are lions. I'm sure.
Well, it's a lion made of plant matter, so
yeah,
it might not be as heavy as an actual lion because
feels like 1,000 pounds is.
Real lions weigh a lot.
Average adult male weighs 420 pounds.
There you go.
There you go.
Less than 1,000.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
But a salad.
right.
It's got good roughage. Okay. So seeing all this chaos going on, but fine. James will, keeping an eye on the dandelion, cast telekinesis and restrain the dandelion and lift it up off the ground.
I love it.
And gently, I would like to basically go.
Yeah, you see this thing like pat against the ground and then patting against the air, and it's levitating in the air, helpless.
It does need to. It does if it would like to contest my lifting it up. It is a contest of strength. It's an ability check. Contest of strength.
So I have advantage from A.G. McLeod, countered by Fenderil, and you have advantage from Changebox.
I'll hold that advantage for Changebox because I'm so grateful.
I got a nat 20.
Yeah. And James is very grateful for his family and friends in Turles not judging him too harshly for looking like a demon.
All right. So you see, despite this thing doing everything it can to escape your levitation, it is still, the amulet flashes and blinks twice, and it is still
come on
writhing around in midair trying to escape your clutches.
I'm just going to, I can move it 30 feet. And it is restrained, so it cannot move, and any attacks or anything else it tries to do, it will do at disadvantage. So I'll lift it like 10 feet off the ground. I don't want to lift it 30 feet straight up. 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that would be extreme.
That would be, I don't want to terrify it. I'm trying, lifting it with my mind, but I don't want to freak it out. And I'm going to carry him back towards, back that way.
Okay.
And I'll call out to Fahima and the rest. It's like, all right, I've got him for like 10 minutes like this, probably.
Oh, I see. That's why you asked about how long it would take. All right. So James has the dandelion. Fahima is still blind and disoriented, sneezing away.
Embarrassing.
It is the dandelion's turn. Does it get a? I don't think it.
It is restrained. It can't. So it's the restrained condition, and it's 10 feet off the ground.
So it can still.
It can still do actions.
I still think it's considered grappled, right? Like it's a grapple check.
Yeah.
So it can try to break the grapple.
All right.
Right? Because it's always a grapple. You still have to.
On subsequent rounds, I can attempt. Yes. Yeah. I can attempt to maintain my telekinetic grip on the creature by repeating the contest. Yes. Yeah. So yes, it can keep trying to.
All right. It's definitely going to try to break out. And it's going. And I have advantage from Kip the movie geek.
I'll use mine
from Darryl.
I'll use mine from Changebox.
Yeah, you have advantage from Changebox. I rolled a 6. But I think he has a... Wait a minute, he's got... +5, so he's got 11.
Dirty 20.
All right. Does not escape. That's what it tried to do on its action. It is just, flopping around in the air.
And the cloud is probably... Well, the cloud would probably stay where it originated, probably.
The cloud doesn't move. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. So yes, I've moved it 30 feet back in the direction towards the far.
So Civ, you're up.
So the cloud stays, but the dandelion floated down towards us.
Exactly. So think of it as literally a dandelion that you blow, and it's hovering in the air there. It's literally a cloud that erupted from it, and then he was pulled out through that.
I see. If I want to get to Fahima, what's the path of least cloud? Going north?
I mean,
or
you could go
east?
north past it and then hang a right. Go east. Yeah.
So I'll do my full 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then I'll use my racial ability 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'm right there with Meep and Fahima. That's my whole turn now. That's everything.
All right.
So I just run like the Dickens all the way around the cloud to try to get over to Fahima. And if I can, I'll be...
Run that fast.
I mean, that's everything. That's move, cunning action, dash, and racial ability. That's all four. Yeah. But I'll be running over there with my canteen, so on my next turn I can splash water in her face if necessary.
All right. The Unka's turn. It is going to keep running this direction. It's going to get past this tree line here and, stop and kind of... it's huffing and puffing and looking back and trying to figure out what's going on. It just wants to get out of Dodge at this point. We're back to the top of the round, Uggo, but that is where we will take our intermission. We are overdue for intermission. And we will come back and figure out how you guys are going to capture these things after intermission. And then we will also check in on Lily and Reed. All right, stick around. Oh, let me just thank some folks that we have a potato from Mickey Wolf and a yam from Mickey Wolf. Mickey Wolf with the balance in the force cards. Mickey Wolf on both sides. And then we got balloons from Shiny 8-Bit Boo, Witch Space, a jar full of bees, and a bucket of horse beers.
Yes.
Thank you so much for supporting the show. Stick around. We'll be back right after intermission. And we are back. Thank you for hanging out through intermission. All right. We are going to start back with Lily and Reed, actually. And they are still enjoying a beverage in the tavern.
How long has it been, Jeff?
Half an hour? Yeah. Yeah, I think they're enjoying a lovely sort of calm. You know, the tavern is not super busy. It is relatively secluded, and they're just sort of hanging out, talking. Reed turns to Lily at one point and says, "Forgive me for saying this, but you are going to outlive all of these friends of yours by quite a lot."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not cool, bro.
I just, in my experience, it's been tough to have long-lasting relationships with creatures that I know won't be around for nearly as long as I will. But I don't mean to.
Well, you're not the first one to tell me that. Grammy, actually, I don't know if you ever met my Grammy when you were on Bingo, but she was in love with a human once.
Never a good idea.
And it was one of her great loves, but she told me it was hard, because she outlived him.
Many times over, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yes.
But the thing is, we're not only going to be able to ever just interact with gnomes. So what kind of life would that be for us?
Well, for me, it's been a rather lonely one.
And you know me, I don't do well with the lonely life. I like
Hence
people.
my proposition. I'm not asking for a lifelong commitment here. I'm just saying, why not? You're an adventurer now, and so am I. Why not join forces? We could see how it goes, see whether we like each other.
I mean, I know that I like you. It's just, I don't know what type of adventures you're going on, and I know ours seems pretty high stakes right now, so I guess I feel a bit uneasy just leaving.
Well, perhaps I should ask you then, what exactly have you gotten yourself into?
It's a good question, and one I'm not sure I'm even able to really answer, quite honestly.
Well, you speak of it as if there are, you said high stakes over and over, as if there are grand schemes.
Well, it just, I guess to sum it up, it feels a bit as though the fate of the world, or Ein, is on our shoulders.
Oh. I've been trying to capture some rabbits with horns on their head for a few extra coins.
Yes. I mean, I'm just as surprised about it as you are, but again, back to your coincidence of fate conversation, I don't know which one it is, but I've fallen into quite an involved adventure. And
well, far be it for me to doubt your proclamation of being the answer to all of Ein's prayers, but how is it possible that you could have the future of every man, woman, and child on your shoulders?
It's a great question. I guess right place at the right time, or kind of wrong place at the wrong time, I guess.
Lily, go ahead.
I don't want to burden you with all this information, Reed, but we were basically bestowed a gift. And this gift gives us great power, but also gives us great knowledge of the things going on in Ein. And as you can see, things aren't going great here. I mean, you've been out there. There's demons. There's strange things happening. Things like we've never seen before.
Lily, are you wrapped up in all this demon business?
Well, not. We're fighting against the demons.
Except for the one that's in your party.
Yeah, well, he's a good demon.
Right.
I know it's confusing. My point is, Reed, it would take me a long time to explain this whole saga to you, but as much as adventuring with you sounds lovely, I'm just not sure I could just up and leave my group. Though they seem they may be doing fine right now without me.
Yeah.
Got to a levitating dandelion in the field. And Fahima running into a wall while sneezing.
And running into a wall.
They're very capable on their own. And you know, I'm more of the healer of the group, which I'm not really a healer, but I'll go coming on to that role as well. And, you know, so perhaps they don't need me as much as they once did. I'm not nearly as strong as most of them. So.
Well.
And as you can tell, Siv and I are in a relationship a bit, but it's this complicated thing that's gotten quite messy in this past little bit. So.
Well, I don't mean to pry, and I don't mean to cause you a problem, Lily Dumblestuck. I
don't mean to bring you into all the drama, or whatever it is.
I don't believe you did. I believe our old friend Fate did that.
You give Fate a lot of credit.
It's all I got. All right. I won't press you anymore. But I am curious about why and what this fate of the world business is about.
Well, have you heard of the Wardens?
I'm sure everybody's heard of the Wardens. You don't believe that nonsense, do you?
I wouldn't have before. I thought it was a great tale. As a bard and fellow bard, we're good at spitting stories, are we not?
Yeah, we are.
But the thing is, and I'm trusting you with this information, Reed, but they are real, and we've seen them.
You've seen 100-foot tall elementals.
Yes.
But the rest of us just missed the 100-foot tall creatures?
Well, you weren't in the right place at the right time. It's that tricky thing called fate you're talking about.
Touché.
I know it sounds wild, Reed, but I'm not one to lie to you about this. I don't know why I would.
No, I agree with that.
It's
I
wild.
don't believe you are a liar. So the Wardens are real, and they've been protecting us for many centuries, and
yes, but
now the demons have arrived, and where are the Wardens?
Well, it seems there's parties who don't want the Wardens to be protecting mine and are interfering with their protection. And see, we are kind of caught in the middle of it, and we're trying to figure out how to protect the Wardens from the evil forces that are trying to hurt the Wardens. I'm really trying to sum up a quite complicated thing.
I just want to be clear. You, a beach gnome from Bengal, and
correct.
12-foot tall blue tabaxi.
Usually not 12 feet, but yeah.
The war chief of Thorn.
Yes.
a young girl who lives in an invisible house,
Truly the most powerful, one of the most powerful wizards I've ever met. But yes,
and a demon man.
warlock. But yes, I appears like that currently.
The 5 of you are protecting the wardens, which are real, but need your protection.
Well, assistance. I wouldn't
Say
go
it
as
like
far
that,
as
it sounds
saying.
ridiculous.
I think I want to need another drink. Another
Yeah,
dumpster.
I think that's a good idea. This is a lot of information for you, Reed.
Indeed it is.
The place you came for a little bit of a respite. Yeah.
All right.
that
Meanwhile,
sounds-
over at the other group, we have top of the round Ugo, who has ceased his sneezing fit.
Good job.
What would you like to do?
Muted.
Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Ugo just kind of stares at the dandelion, now just sort of floating in the air, looking around. Oh, okay. I guess it's time to go.
I can only hold this for 10 minutes. Can you help me move faster, maybe?
Oh, great idea. And then Ugo kind of bolts his way over to James. And that's my turn. I'll pick you up next turn.
All right.
Great.
Fahima, you could like to try your save again?
I'll try rolling again. I'm gonna try a new die. Man.
All right. You have advantage from Changebox.
Thank you, Changebox. I need it. Oh man.
Aren't Genasi's good at Constitution?
I think I get a slight increase, maybe. No, nope, nothing.
No.
Nothing. I think I got maybe my stats originally. Garbage. What is happening? 12?
No, that's not going to get it done.
Oh, this whole fight, I'm gonna be sneezing.
D&D.
Sib, slap me in the face.
I'm trying
Oh,
to.
wait, didn't you get advantage? Did you
No,
roll with
I had-
advantage?
She
No,
did
it
That
roll
was
with advantage.
Oh,
This is
wow.
like a great wizard commercial for Claritin right now.
Three failed rolls. This is
Clericton.
Oh.
There you go.
Too bad we don't have one of those.
Hey, I'm working on it, sort of.
Don't start
Form
your
of it.
party without a nice
Form
dose
of
of Clericton. Okay. So
I have lesser
Fahima,
restoration. I'm just out of second level spells.
you can still move. You smacked yourself into the wall last time you moved, but you can still move if you so choose.
Don't
You are,
move.
oh, okay.
I'm right here.
Do you have a bit of like a wet cloth or something? Fire spurts out of her mouth. And I Meep is with her. I'm just gonna, for time, just say Meep is rolling the same as Fahima. 'Cause she was in the cloud too.
Sneezing Phoenix.
yeah. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Fahima, or it's James's turn?
Nope, that's it. I'm gonna wait
All
for
right.
Civ.
James, you're up.
I will. Ugo is now standing next to me. What are you thinking?
You go, and I'll run and pick you up on my way towards you.
Great. Okay. So
Yeah.
I am going to. So I can move it 30 feet every turn.
Okay, we're gonna
wait.
outrun that very quickly.
And if you win up to 30 feet in any direction, including upward, but not be on the range of the spell. So it has to stay within 60 feet of me at all times, and I can move it 30 feet every turn.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter how fast you go.
Yeah,
It can
yeah.
only go 30 feet
Right.
for 6 seconds.
Oh gosh. But for 10 minutes I can keep doing that. And since it is my turn, I'm choosing to keep restraining it, so it does get to roll again.
All right. It's going to try to get away.
Does it get to roll on its turn and
No.
your turn?
No, just his.
We corrected that. We talked about this at the intermission. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, telekinesis is strong enough that you don't get to roll on your own turn. It only gets to try on my turn. I get to choose to try to keep restraining.
So if he maintains, it's a way to keep one creature out of combat rounds completely.
As long as I succeed on the
As
rolls.
long as he succeeds on all of his strength checks, each of his rounds.
Right. It's strength
right.
of the creature and the
So we did it on
spellcasting modifier
we
for
did
me.
it on its turn,
We did.
which is right after yours.
Yes.
So I'll just do it on your turn now from now
Yeah,
on.
that's fair.
Okay. So I have advantage from I am the Raven Queen, countered by Fenderil. That is a 12 plus 5, though. It's 17.
Okay. And what do I get do I get advantage?
You do. It is from JT Justice 1.
Thank you, JT Justice. 18.
Ooh, all right. So it is still, flopping around. This thing, it's kind of rolling almost on its back. It looks like it's having fun.
Okay, good.
It wants out, clearly, but it's a very jovial, kind of happy creature.
I did see that the speak with animals isn't affecting it at all, but I will also try to awaken mind into its head and going, that's right, yeah, it's just a fun time in the countryside. Come on. Which, as long as it can understand any language, it can understand awakened mind.
All right, Civ, you're up.
All right, bonus action. I slap my chest. The words on my armor glow. I grow into large-sized. And then for my action, can I pick Fahima up and splash water in her face at the same time?
I'll say yes.
Thank you. I will do so. And then
I was hoping you could pick her up and dip her in the well.
There's a well right there, yeah. I mean, it is in the heart of the end of
I think that's a little
Fahima
overkill.
dies, actually.
Yeah.
That kills
I don't need
Fahima.
to physically drown the fire
That's the way.
And then for my, I already used my action. I already used my bonus action. For my move, I would like to carry her 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 after the creature.
Yay!
All right. So
hoping that I can get
My
her.
hero!
I can get her back and then hold her up so she can do something magical at this creature.
Talk. Do magic
I
at
have to make my save before I can do anything
I
at
know.
all.
I know. Hence splashing the water on you while I'm carrying you.
Yeah, I mean, she's sneezing. You're splashing this 12-foot tall cat running at this Unka. It is, we're gonna run out of map here, but I think it's gonna continue to bolt out of there. So it's running away from you. You're chasing it, holding a sneezing Fahima.
I have a plan.
All right.
Great.
I'll you're up.
Ugo's like, okay, I guess you look confused. Am I supposed to pick you up or?
Just, I guess, walk with me. I mean, yeah, we can move it. Yeah.
What about them?
Stay here. I'll be fine.
See Fahima bobbing back and forth.
Oh God! Dev is big again.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You follow them. I'll stay here.
Okay.
And I will be. And Jeff, I will also be keeping this thing 30 feet away from me because seeing the cloud that it spewed out before, I'm like, okay.
Right.
But yes, go. Yeah, I'm okay for now.
Jeff, can I see the Unka from where I'm at?
You're there. Yeah. I mean, it's far away, but you can see it. Yeah.
How far is it?
I mean,
from me currently?
It moved 30 more feet from where it was. So, wherever you are, it's probably 80
So I
feet
move
from you.
30, but then I can activate bonus action aggressive to move 30 feet closer, or 40 feet. Nope, 30. 30 feet closer.
And all
then,
of you that don't know
get
what
that barbarian
was.
speed.
That was him.
Barbarian sadness right
I
there.
gave up my barbarian levels. I'll go
Gave
over
up
here.
my barbarian speed, so I don't move at 40 anymore. And then I'm going to try to grappling hook
Oh, okay. Awesome.
the Unka.
All right.
Attempting to not do...
Yeah, sort of like a rodeo-style takedown is what you're hoping for?
Yeah.
All right, so roll me an attack with that. You have advantage from David Gen Pro.
And you still have your force of good, right?
No, I used it.
Oh, who's still left?
Me.
Oh, we've all used it?
Yeah, we
Yay!
burned through that pretty fast.
You guys are just super thankful, that's all.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That was a good force of good.
16 plus proficiency plus strength or dexterity, I guess. So that's 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. You see it wrap around the leg of this Unka that's... I mean, it's a smaller creature than... These things grow very big, and it's clearly a
Younger one.
Yeah, a younger.
Yeah.
And it wraps around the two hind legs of it, and as it does, it rolls and it trips and rolls and hits the turf and slides a bit with dirt and rock kicking up. This almost metallic back that it has a spine and it's sort of haunches. It is, or no, haunches is underneath. It's the top part of its back is extremely hard. That is the feature of these things. So it hits the dirt and it is just slides along and kicks up rocks and detritus.
So that was one of my attacks. I guess I'll just pull it a bit back. Like I'm just gonna start pulling the string towards me, but I guess that's technically another action.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that it can be an attack action, and you
okay, great,
or whatever. You're
sure.
hauling it in. It's going to be a while before you get it that
yeah,
far.
I didn't think it would be more than 5 feet.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you see it struggling and writhing on the ground, but you got it. It's squealing on the ground.
Sorry, Fahima, it was gonna get away otherwise.
Fahima did not see any of it. She's blind. All right, so it's Fahima's turn.
What did you do?
Oh, I caught it with the grappling hook. It's snared and I'm pulling it in now.
I'm still splashing water in your face, by the way.
roll your saves, Fahima. See if you can get it this time. You have advantage from change box, and well, actually, you have advantage from splashing the water.
Okay, we'll save that change box advantage. Please. Okay, maybe I should. Okay, new. Not using my.
New dice.
Come on. Natural 20.
Yay!
So she finally snaps out of it. Fahima, the water hits your face, and you see, you look forward, and you see the blue fur, and you look up, and there's this enormous civ head. He's 12 feet tall. He's holding you.
Do something. Cast a spell at it. It's that thing over there. It's getting away.
It's fine now. I got it.
Well,
Let me down.
all right. I'll drop her.
Okay. And how far away are you from us, Uggo and Boo?
Far.
It's about 25 where it was
you.
before now.
Yeah, it's about 25 feet away from you to the north, and Uggo is back behind you another 40, 50 feet.
40, 50? Oh,
no, I moved 30 closer to it.
Okay,
which
but
I haven't
I'm
done
within.
yet, I don't think.
I'm within about 25 to 30 feet of this creature. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, you're 25 feet of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fahima is going to. Oh shoot! This has to be a willing creature. What's the definition of willing creature?
Not it right now.
Not it. Not it.
Okay, so that idea is not going to work.
It is lassoed up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm looking for the spell. I'm going to cast Meep's birdcage. I mean, is it incapacitated by this hook? What does it do exactly?
Grappled.
It's grappled.
Yeah, it's grappled.
Yeah, it's grappled.
It can't move. Uggo can decide its movement right now.
Okay, so
yeah.
it could be taken back as it is now.
Yeah, if you put a birdcage around it. Yeah, I mean it's. Although does the birdcage move?
Yeah, I can move
Yeah.
the birdcage.
Okay, yeah.
But it only lasts for a minute, so if this is a good way of taking it back, because it's grappled, right?
If he's getting it.
Yeah, I mean you can put it in the cage right now, but again, it's only gonna.
I mean, I think it's a pretty clear intent for Uggo to run towards it and kind of hog tie it.
Yeah, okay, so for now I'll just assist, and I will cast Meep's birdcage just to ensure that we can get this.
Okay.
We can get Boo wrapped up.
Does it get a save on that?
Yeah, I think it gets a dex. No, saving throw. Sorry, strength saving throw.
Okay, so I have advantage from references needed that is countered by Fendaril. And I rolled a natural 1!
Yes! Hey!
Finally! So Meep will fly over and cast her birdcage on Boo.
All right, you see this flaming bird fly forward. The Unca calf is writhing on the ground. Uggo has it held tight by the grappling hook rope, and as Meep flies over the top, this flaming cage emerges out of the ground, just searing the air. You can feel the heat emanating from it. It grows up out and around this thing, and you even smell a little bit of burnt hair, as the thing inside is restrained. It's held inside this fiery cage.
Oh, Fahima, you burned my grappling hook! Oh no!
What? It can't. It's made out of metal, isn't it?
Not the rope.
Not a rope. It's silk rope. It burns pretty bad. It's okay. I can make more. I can get another one, I'm sure.
If we could get more rope, I probably could use some over here.
Okay.
I have another 50 feet. Just don't burn it, Fahima.
We gotta get these creatures wrapped up and so we can transport them. James, do you have anything that, does anybody have a cart? We need a cart. There was a cart. Civ, wasn't there a cart? I don't know. I couldn't see.
Right, we left it back at the house.
Well, it looks
Because
like
it has the chickens and the pigs.
What about that one right there?
there was a cart right by where we stood.
It goes like, there's a cart right there, though.
Yeah.
There's also the bear. We could put it on the back of the bear.
But I just realized I was blind, so I couldn't see
Well,
that.
we could put it in the cart and then attach the cart to the bear. That would be the easiest way to do it.
Okay, great. Quickly.
I'm so sorry, Boo. I'm so sorry. You're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Fahima, do you want me to grab this one first, or are you going to handle it and I should go get the dandelion?
I can.
Okay, I'll get it. Are you ready? You drop the cage and I'll grab it right when you
Let
drop
the 12-foot tall cat restrain Boo.
it. Oh, that makes sense. You got a good idea.
Yeah, I'll watch.
Okay.
I'll make sure it doesn't
On
run
a
away.
count of 3, drop the cage. I'm going to grab it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Grab it.
I think we're both grabbing it so that we
Alright.
can just.
Well, I
get it
grabbed,
over
yeah,
to-
I'm just grabbing
I mean,
Unka. I
it's
figured you were
also
going to
still,
get the big one.
it's still got the, you both
The other
pounce
hand.
on. Actually, roll me dexterity checks just for fun to see if anything bad happens. Civ, you have advantage from Change Box, and Ugo, you have advantage from Grave Necron.
Thank you, Grave Necron.
Oh, it's swirling phoenix feathers, so I don't know that would really burn your rope.
Well, I was just going based on
Fiery
his.
cage, literally a
Yeah,
fiery cage.
I was going on Jeff's description there.
Right.
22.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Well, luckily Civ is on top of it. It sort of squirms away from Ugo. It squirms out of your hands, but this giant tabaxi, laying on top of it. Yeah, pounce exactly. So you
You're even fast when you're huge.
All right. So what do you do with it, Civ? Ugo, you lost your hand.
I got
handling of
rope.
it.
I'll try to tie it up as well. With his
All right.
help. Yeah.
So you hog tie its feet together, and it's it's got this kind of little package of all 4 hooves tied together. You've got it restrained.
I can stay with it if you want to bring the cart over and we can set it in the cart.
Okay.
Or do you want to just try to? This isn't going to last forever. So.
I could be useful. I could be useful. Should go and get the cart.
It's also making terrible noise, right? It's squealing and screeching.
I'll try to calm it down as much as I possibly can.
All right, roll me
You
an
know
animal
what?
handling check.
I am very appreciative of Jessica, who is always pushing me and taking me out of my comfort zones. So I would like to say, as Jared, I'm very appreciative. And as Civ, I'm very appreciative of Lily always taking me out of my comfort zones and pushing me far beyond what I'm comfortable with. So that'll be my my
Your
role.
animal handling.
Nice.
Jeff, I'm going to untouch the grappling hook head from the burnt rope and apply it to my other rope.
Okay. You see Ugo like tying a knot, like looking up at you tying a knot.
Think this how it goes.
Civ, the amulet flashes and blinks twice, and this calf just really calms immensely in your enormous hand. Your big cat paw.
Yeah.
As you stroke its back, it just
totally
melts and stops squealing and becomes very docile.
Hey, Civ, next time you're in an argument with Lily, you should get big and do that.
I just nod and continue purring.
Animal handling.
All right, so you've got the Unca calf in the cart. You've got a dandelion still levitating and completely in your sway. What's next?
I can have Meep throw the rope around the dandelion so that we can incapacitate it even.
All right. Maybe just have Ugo, because it's going to take some strength. So let's have Ugo do it. And as James... So James has given up, like, trying to walk back to the house. I will move it 30 feet back closer to the house, still away from the cloud. And basically, I will be rocking it very softly, and dropping him close so that his feet are just like maybe 3, 4 feet off the ground, and just sort of and singing to it softly with awakened mind.
Rockabye dandelion.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, isn't it fun? Yeah, basically, I'm letting it sway gently in the breeze like a flower. Because
I don't know if I should get too close to it. I seem to have some problems with hay fever or whatever it is.
No, it's just you just make your way around it and just kind of walk right up to its feet. Yes, that's right. And just kind of start to keep it restrained.
Giant blue cat man, you gonna help me with this one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Civ,
I'll be right there.
All right.
Fahima, stay with you, and Civ, just come over here.
I'm gonna wait for you, buddy.
That's
Come
a
on.
good idea. Yes.
He's only got another 10 minutes of that, so
Yeah,
Great.
Not
So
even.
you're throwing a rope around it? Is that the idea?
well, I think we're gonna first. I'm gonna have Ugo's gonna be like, you want to grab it?
Why don't we lasso it and then he can spin it with telekinesis and we'll tie it up that way.
Oh my god.
Oh, Fahima, please don't cast a fire spell on my grappling hook. I don't have any more ropes.
Okay, sorry.
You don't even need to throw the lasso. Just kind of like a
Loop it
Okay,
over
I'll
the
just
top.
like loop it over the
Like
top
a-
like this,
right.
like that.
like a
It's like one of
Hobbit.
it's like one of those westerns where they're trying to tame the wild stallion, and they're like they got all the ropes around it. But this is
exactly like that.
levitating in the air,
That's
upside
right.
down lion that looks like a plant. That
Okay,
movie.
here we go. Now turn it around, and I'll make sure to try to make sure it's wrapped up.
All right, it gets one more. If it's, I assume since we're back around to my turn, it probably should get one more roll.
All right, so we're gonna try one more time. I have advantage from references needed, countered by Fendoril.
Thank you, Fendoril, and references needed.
I rolled a 2.
Yay!
I get to roll. So I mean,
So
let's
that's
just make
a
sure.
7. That's a 7.
All right, but do I have advantage?
You do have advantage from Dr. Dogbert.
Thank you, Dr. Dogbert. Oh, I did not roll well, but better. An 11.
All right.
Yes.
So barely this thing, it's squirming, but you start spinning it around and around, and Ugo kind of lets the rope out, gives it slack, and you see it sort of almost like a spider, wrapping something in a web. It is just spinning in midair as the rope wraps
Not
around
spinning
this thing.
it too fast because I don't want to anger it or like make it nauseous or anything like that. But I'm
you
just
see a couple of petals fall out of its mane, land on the ground. This is an enormous lion creature, just like,
It occurs to me that when I tell this story back in Thorn, I might get made fun of.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, James with his like glowing orb of darkness, just like manipulating this dandelion, just twisting in the air.
All right, so you have 2 roped creatures. Are you throwing the dandelion into the
It's very
cart as well?
softly laying it down
Gently,
in the cart.
yeah.
Yes.
How
All
far
right.
away is the other field that you mentioned, Jeff?
Not terribly far. It's
Is it on the way?
I mean, it could.
I definitely think we should take these back before we try the next one.
Well, I have something in mind,
Oh, okay.
depending
Okay.
on how far away it is.
This is the. I mean, it's the other edge of the other side of the house. So your house is in the northern center part. This was over here, and then there's one over here. So it's one on the east and one on the west side.
So we'd have to go past the house and then on to the next one?
Exactly.
Okay, so, yeah, I'll just say what I need to say as we walk back.
Sev, before we go, can I have 20 gold?
Sure. Why?
Well, we're taking this person's cart, and I want to make sure that they have.
Oh,
money to
right.
do it.
Good point.
Good
Yes.
idea.
I figured we'd return it, but yeah, that's a
Bring
good
it
point.
back.
Well,
Sure.
but-
No, here, take it.
yeah, thank you.
We do have our own cart, but yes, that's a good idea.
And Ugo will knock on the door, drop the coins.
You hear the doors squeak open, very, very small amount. There's been a lot of commotion outside this this house, and there's, you know, one could imagine that the farmers initially tried to shoo these creatures away and had a difficult time of it, and just been huddled inside the house, and then they hear all of this ruckus, Fahima literally slamming into the side of the wall. It's a whole lot of stuff happening. But there was a knock at the door, and then you as you guys are running away, or Uggo, as you're running away, you see the gold coins.
Gold for your cart. We took care of the problem. Bye.
Bye. Sorry.
Axbright animal control.
But as they're walking back, Fahima's, or I guess hurrying back, Fahima will say, "So I think that was a lot of excitement for one day. I was thinking maybe I just set up a few snares in the other field and let him wander in with some bait and check back. It lasts 8 hours. So
sure, as long as the other creatures aren't very hostile. Yes.
Well, I can send Meep. Meep, will you go check it out for me, please?
Okay, yeah, let's scout them. Let's make sure. I mean, you know,
all right.
I don't want to.
Sean, we can leave the map room now. As Meep flies up and out ahead of you over, it's a little time before she gets to the, she flies faster than you, but still takes a moment as you guys are moving along with this cart with these two tied up animals in it, and you eventually feel in your mind a sensation of Meep conjuring these shapes and images in your head, and Fahima, the shape that you immediately recognize are a couple of squugs. Now, squugs are among the most dangerous of the creatures that your dad had before he left. They are basically big, round mouths with feet. And they have sharp fangs, and they eat everything. They are omnivorous. And they just, they'll eat wood planks, they'll eat bits of rock, they don't care. They'll just eat it all. And
just a couple of squugs.
Yeah. So that is what you see, is a couple of, over this very dilapidated pumpkin patch. There, it has been completely decimated by these little creatures.
Okay. Well, I am looking at snare, and they do get dex saving throws, but I think I still want to stick with my idea of just setting a snare,
okay,
and waiting for it to hit before we do anything, so we don't have to go through all the trouble of what we just did.
Okay.
So we're heading back to the house with the cart. As we're walking back, James will pull out his Book of Shadows, and as we're walking, write to Lily.
Okay.
Check in with Lily. Hey there, just checking in. Caught 2 more of the creatures. A little messy, but no real damage. Everything's fine. How are you?
All right, so Lily, just about the time that Reed says, "What are we supposed to hear from your friends?" You get a message in your mind. It almost appears as if writing is forming itself in your view. No one else can see it, but it's almost as if calligraphy is etched in the air right in front of your eyes.
Wow. Well, actually, funny timing. James just wrote to me in my mind, so it sounds like they're doing good and they're heading back.
Oh, good. The demon is talking to you in your mind. That's reassuring.
That might count as Lily's response. Right? I mean,
wait, I don't know. Is it the next thing she says that it gets transferred back to you, or does she have to formulate a?
I don't know. I don't.
That's funny.
I think it's her response.
You just overhear this part of the conversation.
Oh, fine.
But no, it doesn't even. He doesn't overhear it. It literally is written in your book.
Yeah. It can answer in a like manner immediately. So yeah, I don't think she gets to pause, and everything like that. Yeah.
You get like the stage directions written in your, a bit of a play written in your book.
All right, back. I'll just tell him really quick. I've never used this before.
All of that is coming through.
Not getting any of it.
I think I've hit my
way
word
more than
limit
25 words. Oh yeah, it's gone.
James, we are still at the pub, but we'll meet you back at the house, and see if you need any help with the animals. love, Lily.
I didn't
Well,
get any of that.
Yeah, you didn't get any of that. You got.
No.
I think I could talk. It's like. Reed says, "Well, I suppose we should get going." But I just want to ask you one more question, Lily. If you are indeed tasked with saving the world, what can I do to help?
Very kind question, Reed. And a good question. May I have a moment to think about it?
Oh, of course. Let's stroll back and meet up with your friends.
I promise you, they're very nice. Just protective and a bit on edge due to our current mission.
Well, anybody with that kind of responsibility, I would understand.
All right. And Lily will go generously tip the bar keep and pay.
After you, my dear. And you start walking back toward the house. The rest of you are moving rather briskly. Fahima, what do you do with your information that you... Oh, no! I just knocked over my wine. Oh!
No!
Are you me?
Party foul.
That reminds me so much of when we were in the studio. Jessica would do
What's that,
that.
everybody?
I did it a couple
Wine
times.
all
I did
over
it a
the
couple
map.
times. Me
Jeff,
too.
we
I
did-
did it.
Nice, Sean.
We did. I think, did everybody spill their wine at one point? I feel like almost
No.
everybody did.
I don't think I did.
I never did.
It was
I
just
never did.
very
Two
close.
of us didn't spill our wine
Oh.
ever.
I was trying to take them off the hook.
Jeff, I think.
Computer.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Jeff's computer is so drunk right now.
Jeff, I think we got a question on the Patreon. Someone asking about what kind of reds you like.
The drinkable kind.
A real connoisseur.
Yes. He's a fancy
The
boy,
ones I
aren't
can
you?
swallow well.
The ones that go well with a PC.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Say hi.
Ollie.
Hey, buddy.
Put your ears up. What, you wanna?
What?
You wanna? Try to get his ears up.
Did you name
Oh my
all the
gosh,
creatures, Fahima? Did you, like, Boo and, what was Mr. Maul? Or
Sillyfoot.
Yeah, so as my dad came home with a new creature every time, he let me name them, and
Very
so
nice.
they are a bit childish. But I think it's cute.
All right. No, yes. It's nice. I mean,
So these other creatures that we're supposed to go and capture, what are their names?
The squugs.
Squug.
Yes, that is the creature name.
Sounds kind of imposing.
Is that a mix between a squirrel and a slug? A squug?
I wish that's what it was. They're actually
Oh, I wish that's what it was.
big mouths with very sharp teeth, and they eat quite literally everything.
Whoa.
They have to be in a very, very specific entrapment.
Reminds me kind of
Why?
those hand demons that we faced on Sky Scorcher Peak.
Ah.
They're not demonic or anything like that.
Oh no. My father has very strong feelings about
Okay.
demons. He would
Right.
not save
Oh.
them.
I don't even think you were there for that fight, Fahima. We fought hands that were just hands with mouths.
Ah, sounds
Very.
similar.
I observed one in the wild.
They were very, weird.
They do not respond to normal predator.
If you've ever been grabbed and bitten by the same hand at the same time, like it was not fun. I did not enjoy it.
So, Fahima, where did all of these creatures come from? Where did your father find them?
Oliver Ryan.
Oh.
Sometimes he would be commissioned to go research a creature. Sometimes, like the squugs, they're invasive species, so he was sent out to take care of it. Sometimes he found out on his own, and he would sort of go out and do the exploration on his own time to write his books.
And it was always just the two of you? I mean, you never taking care of the animals? He never had help or aids or anything like that?
No. He had magic, but it was just us.
So what is the plan? Is it that you rehabilitate them and then release them back into the wild, or are they never going to be released ever again?
The creatures that you see here, most of them will not be able to be released back into the wild.
See.
But it varies from creature to creature. I don't know the full details. My dad would have all of that information, probably in one of his logs, actually. But
don't you find it odd that your dad left all of these creatures and you behind?
Must have been very important.
Is that outside of his character?
no, not at all. He would leave all the time.
But you said it was out of his character to stay gone.
Yes.
So this is the longest he's ever been gone.
And remind me, I'm sorry, I know this is hard to talk about. Remind me how long he was gone before you left?
Months.
Okay. Months.
Months.
So
Actually,
he's been gone from Axbright for maybe a year now, maybe a longer.
yes. I'm trying. Jeff, am I wrong about the months? Was it longer than that?
No, that sounds right. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So at that point, I was quite worried to not hear from him.
Just curious, do you know how he'd travel when he would?
I don't. Actually, he would leave on foot.
Oh, he's a wizard, right?
Walked all the way to Pash?
Well,
Is
no.
it possible that there's a teleportation circle near here?
I've seen you cast fly.
It's possible. I think maybe tonight we can ask him.
It just occurred to me that you said the squugs are an invasive species that eat pretty much everything.
Yes.
So leaving them alone to just run amok amongst people probably not a good idea.
We should get them tonight,
something.
but
Yeah.
I think we should lay a few snares. I can lay a perimeter of snares. We'll just
Right. We can be a
catch
bit
them up
more
that way.
Yeah, we can be a bit more subtle.
Yes, because unlike Boo and Mr. Mao, they cannot be reasoned with.
Do
Here's
they
the
have
thi-
a favorite food?
Here's the thing, Fahima, also. You only remember when you left, you only remember there being one squug.
Oh.
Oh no.
Slug babies.
Also, we're not, turns out, entirely sure how they reproduce. Seems they can do so perhaps on their own.
Can they do so quickly and on their own?
Perhaps. All I know is that there are two when there was one, and it's possible that Meep saw maybe not two identical squugs. Maybe there's a squug Mr. Mao baby. I'm not sure, but yes, we should stay out of its
Wow.
way because it will not be fun.
Wow.
Well, we
Okay,
have to
so-
get these creatures back to your house first, regardless.
We'll drop off the babies into the basement and head off to snare some more,
Great.
and then we're done.
Let's please remember how we get inside and out of the house. So you can't just like run off. We have. Let's please,
Yes.
Let's. All right.
Hold my hand.
Yes, correct.
So
Right, so you
lovely
guys are
having
headed.
friends
You guys
here.
are headed back to the house, and you told Lily to meet you where? Back
I
at
don't
the
think
house.
I did. I said, "How are you?" I think I said. I think. Yeah. I don't remember.
I think I said we were going to go back to
Rewind the
house.
Twitch
Yeah,
stream.
but he didn't know that. You didn't get that. Didn't go to him though.
No, I don't.
No, I know he doesn't know that, but
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
that's where we're headed is
Right.
back to the house. Yeah.
James will also, by the way, on this walk, because I now have 3 spell slots, but I've used all 3 since my last short rest. I will use the Pearl of Power and get back a 3rd level spell slot.
All right. So you guys are headed back to the house.
To drop
Lily
off.
and
Mhm.
Reed are headed back to the house, and coincidence. Everybody sort of arrives back at the same time. Lily, as you and Reed come walking up to this, just empty space that you remember being the location of the house, you hear a bunch of commotion as this wagon emerges out of the tree line, loaded with tied down animals. And Civ, I'm guessing you are back to normal size at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And telekinesis is gone, so I can no longer lift it up because that only lasts 10 minutes. And
Yeah, it's just a pile of restrained animals being pulled by Ugo in a wagon as you guys come out of the tree line.
All right, how are we gonna get these things in there?
Well, would there be a beast door or some kind of magical way of getting large creatures in this house, Jeff?
I think
Trapdoor somewhere?
there's a back door. Yeah, there's a back door in. Of course, no one sees it but you. But
of course, there's a hatch out back. Yes, one of those, like a large barn door that opens up into the basement.
Like a loading dock.
More like those doors that you see sometimes that open up when someone's.
Oh, like a storm cellar. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so
Well,
round back.
show us the way, because I don't see it.
Right, follow me, and she'll take him over and.
So, Fahima, you see your house. You walk around back to where the little garden is. You see your old tree fort that you had used back there. No one else sees any of this. Lily and Reed, you arrive back and see the team as well. And Reed turns to you, Lily, and sort of whispers like, "I don't know how I can be of help here. I don't see anything at all."
I know. I promise you, there is a house right there. It's just under some sort of spell.
Right.
Lily, if your large hand if you could use your big hand, we might need it to carry these animals. Well, I'll go. I mean,
I what?
Reed,
No, I mean carry boulders with one hand.
oh, okay, all right. It's a 500-pound plant lion.
You've seen me pick up way heavier things than that.
You're right. Never mind, Lily. We've got it.
Lily, Reed looks down at your hands and says, "Well, I think they're quite dainty."
Thank you. It's not these ones.
Pardon me.
What can we do to help?
Need your big hand.
I know. It's a shocking thing to hear.
Well, I want to direct them, Lily, to. Is there anything that my dad might have had to trap these squugs specifically, like something that would capture big mouths?
Big mouths.
Like
no.
headgear?
Big braces.
Big headgear. No, you don't see anything like that in there. There's there are a number of cages and little habitats, little, very sort of ethical pens. The stuff that was in the menagerie. There's also more open areas where it's quite large down there. It's almost impossibly large down there.
I kind of see it like a Mary Poppins bag. Like it just sort of doesn't.
Yeah.
There's so much space.
Yeah. It's a bit improbable the amount of space in the basement, but again, if you open those doors, you're the only one that sees any of this.
Lily, just we have just 2 more creatures to capture really quick. So just wait a moment.
So, Fahima,
Okay.
keep your hand on Ugo. Ugo, you pick up Boo. Let's start with Boo. And Fahima, you walk them into the basement.
Okay, how about I just stand here and you just sort of, I'll hand you in.
I don't know if that'll work, so you should probably walk him all the way in.
Okay, all right, come.
All right.
Start the train.
All right, you guys do this incredibly awkward dance of continually touching Fahima and trying to bring the animals in as well, and somehow you manage to accomplish it. Reed is standing back watching this very strange display of people all touching Fahima, picking up animals, and then disappearing into nothingness, just disappearing into the air, and then reappearing again and coming out trying to pick up another animal and touching Fahima, and it's a very odd.
Reed, I'd like to say this is the strangest thing that ever happened to us, but this doesn't even come close.
Not even close.
Not even in the top 5.
Not even close.
Well,
How was the tavern?
I can understand why Lily likes hanging out with you. There's never a dull moment.
That's an understatement.
That's
We also carry sharp things, so that's always true.
Well,
I can tell you that the beverage was
Well
still,
done, Ron.
still quite good.
Excellent.
It just occurred to me,
Although I'm very sad to report I spilled some of mine.
Fahima, what are squiggy?
Squubs.
Squug.
Squug?
What do they like to eat?
Everything.
What is their favorite food?
Their favorite food is the things that they're not allowed to eat.
What?
So,
People?
Forbidden fruit.
do they eat people, Jeff?
The creepy demon says forbidden fruit under his breath.
No, that was just Morgan.
No, I mean they are carnivorous. They will eat. They're omnivorous, right? So they will. I mean,
You
you've
could
never
take a
seen-
chicken with us.
You've never
Use
seen
it as
one eat
bait.
a person, but you wouldn't, put it past it. Sorry, go ahead, James or Civ.
Does
You
your
want-
dad have information in the library upstairs about it?
Yes, there's definitely information about these, and perhaps in one of the books he's written.
Yeah, I would like to know that. I don't want to be eaten by giant mouths and not know its weakness, if you know what I'm saying.
How much time do we have, Jeff? How much time before
I mean, it's
sundown?
getting late, right? You guys have you guys got here in the morning, and it's been a long day. So you're it's getting dark. Dusk is settling on Axbright.
I don't
Can
mind
I-
taking a book with us if you can find one quickly, but I think we should get going.
Good
Can
idea.
I roll a history check to see if I know what their weakness might be, what the information I was looking for?
Sure. You have advantage from Changebox.
Thank you, Changebox.
Tooth decay.
Man, I really have rolled well on the skill checks, but not on
Gingivitis.
the
Wish I took that
disease
spell today.
checks.
I curse you with gingivitis.
28.
28? 28 on your history check?
Yeah, wizard.
Yes, you definitely recall. What are you trying to find out exactly what they like to eat?
So we know that they
Weaknesses.
like to
Weakness.
eat everything, but do they have any weaknesses? Something that's going to expedite the snaring process.
You recall that they can spit. You recall that they are they move in a very unusual way. They have these two little feet, and they're kind of bulbous and round, and then they have these big mouths, right? And they run and bounce and kind of like bounce into things and bounce off of things and kind of propel themselves forward with their mouths wide open.
Like the
they-
chattering teeth we said in front of Barbara before we left.
Basically, they have a feature called Extra Boingy,
Oh, extra boingy.
where they can go even farther than they normally would if they bounce first.
Do we have any notes on weaknesses or special treats that they like?
I mean,
Particular damage types they might be weak to.
they don't have any particular damage. I mean, they are creatures that would be. They don't need to be attacked with magical weapons. They are susceptible. I mean, they're not impervious to anything.
What
They-
about Lily's spell? The one that she used on the werewolves. Couldn't we use that?
Which one?
Hypnotic pattern.
Yes.
That
That seemed to take them out of the fight completely.
if memory serves, that incapacitates them. But if you like jostle them, you could shake them out of it, right?
If you attack them.
Attack them. Oh, okay.
I
Can they-
definitely think that's worth a shot.
It's a really good idea. Fahima, do they understand language, or are they beasts? Like, can we try talking to them?
They do not understand any languages. They are technically monstrosities.
I love how the giant mouth creatures can't talk.
They just they eat. They eat.
So
That sounds
Fahima, I'm worried that the way you're describing these things, that we might have to hurt them.
Look, I love that we're planning. We have a plan A and a plan B. Okay? Plan A, we set up snares. We waft over some wonderful, delicious smells using prestidigitation. And if that doesn't work, Lily will use her spell. And we're done. They're back
Great.
in.
And then if that doesn't work, plan C.
Plan C.
C is
Non-lethal plan C.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
Let's
Break
And-
some teeth, but
and
not
this
break the jaw.
And this field is the same distance away as the other one, or is this one within 500 feet?
It's not within 500 feet. No. It's not within 500 feet. But it's, yeah, I mean, it's not terribly far.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Off we go. Let's bring the cart with us, I guess.
Yeah,
Are we
yes.
bringing Reed and Lily?
Please. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I wouldn't want to insinuate myself where I am not wanted, but
It might be
What?
good to have extra hands, Reed.
You were literally helping us earlier. Why all of a sudden we don't want you?
yeah,
well,
please. You're more than welcome.
well,
I've said
appreciate
many
that.
times that you're very dashing.
well, you're quite handsome yourself, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay.
Civ is
Now that we
walking
have
away at this
explained,
point.
now that we have exchanged pleasantries, perhaps we should move along.
Fahima will grab out of her stores lots and lots and lots of rope because these snares require 25 feet of rope for each spell.
Okay.
Okay, so as they're walking, the plan is stay quiet. I'm gonna go ahead. Beep will scout for me to make sure they can't see me, and I will set up 5 snares. Wait, how many spell slots do I have?
It's just the first level. I mean,
I'll set I'll set 4 snares.
Okay. I have the 5th rope. Did you burn mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right,
Lots
so
of rope.
you make the dusk is falling. Everything's getting a sort of an orangey glow as the sun is setting a bit, and as you get closer and closer, you guys are noticing that this area of farmland is really ravaged. It has been. I mean, it looks like these things have just had a field day, quite literally, in a field. Munching and chomping on everything, and you move closer, and you get to a little ledge where you can look out over this pumpkin patch, and we can go back to the map room now.
oh boy.
And you see
Oh, cute.
Oh wow! Look at that.
a couple of these things. They're not super large. They're smallish things, but they're just chomping away on this field of very large pumpkins, but it looks like if somebody wanted to have this be farmland, they would be quite upset. It's been, you know, it's been worked over pretty well by these omnivores.
So I assume we're hiding so that Fahima can go cast her snare spells.
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you going to set them, Fahima?
You hear them like just like chomping and chewing away. They're just big mouths, and then they'll like bound over, boing, and bounce and run and fall and bound and hit something and bounce off another thing and land on another, and land like teeth first onto a pumpkin and just, you know, and then start chewing away.
Fahima, additionally, if the snare doesn't work, I could use my hand to get at least one of them.
That's great. Yes. I'm hoping that this works, but my plan did not go at all as planned last time. So.
Do you have to concentrate on snare as you're casting it?
No. So I think I'm gonna turn invisible for this.
Yes.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Nice.
Does nobody want to address the 20-foot round pumpkin in the room?
Probably the winner of last year's fair. It's lovely.
Very large.
I mean, this is clearly a wizard farmer of some sort.
Or a druid.
Or a druid.
Oh,
yes.
secret druid.
It's amazing what you
Oh.
can do with some TLC these days.
Secret druids in Axbright.
Okay, so yeah, Fahima will first cast invisibility.
Literally a 20-foot.
It's literally 20
I mean,
foot.
20-foot circumference.
we work with what we have. You know?
No, I
It's
think it's
beautiful.
awesome. It's great.
Beautiful. It's huge.
Do these things smell? I mean, they are just mouths. Would wafting smells towards them even do anything?
They smell like gingivitis.
I think. Yeah, I think they smell like.
Ugh. I was gonna say, you know, it's got bad breath.
Halitosis. All the
Yeah, I
way.
mean, I think they would still be able to sense. They seek out food in a way that I think would be still, you know.
Okay.
I think the aroma would certainly tempt them.
Okay,
It's like
so
Pac-Man.
so first she's gonna use prestidigitation to sort of like mask her own scent because she's gonna jump down around this little ledge here. So she's gonna make herself smell like dirt and maybe like a fresh pumpkin. They probably like the rotting ones better. And
You're
yeah.
invisible now, right? So we
Yes,
can't see you.
I am invisible. Yeah, and I'll set one. Are they bouncing high enough that they would be able to bounce up over the ledge?
It certainly seems they're capable of that, but they're not. They don't seem to notice you at this point.
Okay. Well, I will set one here.
Right.
So maybe I'll wait to cast invisibility. Oh, shoot. Yeah, because it'll break as soon as I cast the spell. Okay, so I'm just gonna stealth then. Or I'll use invisibility as long as I can. So I'll set one here. I'll set one here. Can you see the
Lily,
map?
can you use your greater invisibility on Fahima?
Can. She wants it.
Yeah, so that way you can cast spells. Oh, but you can only hold it a minute, and it's going to take her a minute to do each of these snares. So maybe sneak there, invisible, cast the snare, and then recast invisibility.
Okay, where are the snares going? I'm gonna put them in.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll work out how we're gonna do the invisibility the best way. But I'm gonna set one snare here so we know where these are going.
Okay, sure.
Basically, one on each end of the ledge. I'm putting one.
Nice.
Can't see that. Hang on.
Okay.
Lily's gonna sit down and do a ritual while you're doing this. We might not have 10 minutes, but if we do, she's gonna
Sounds like
have at least
ritual cast.
it'll take her a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
There, and where was the other one?
over here. And still working out how I'm gonna get down here, but my plan is to also put one here.
Where is that one?
Right between the two, by the big giant pumpkin. Yeah,
Okay.
right there. Okay. So I can cast invisibility quite a few times with all my spell slots. So I think it's worth it. Let's go for it. It's almost nighttime. So she'll use invisibility and sneak over to this first one here. How long of a drop is that?
It's about 10 feet. It's pretty high.
Okay, I think that might be the most important one.
At the highest point. It kind of slopes down as you get on
Slope
either
down
side
to
of it.
the-
Yeah.
So before she goes over there, can someone help me down? Throw.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
By the way, Lily, when Reed saw these creatures, when you walked up, you saw him sort of pull his crossbow out and knock a bolt. And he's looking out. He's got this little hand crossbow.
I'll take up my rope and lower her down.
Lily, before I go, can I use your invisibility for just this one in the middle?
Okay, well, I was doing a ritual, but
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
No,
it's
please
okay.
finish.
It's fine. No, it's too late.
We did.
Yes. So I'll cast greater invisibility on Fahima.
And that lasts 1 minute?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so as fast as she can, she'll right before she does that, she'll cast invisibility on Civ, then Lily casts invisibility on Fahima, and then they're both invisible. She gets roped down,
Okay.
and then she'll set up the snare, which takes a minute, and then
All right. So your invisibility ends right when you finish the casting snare.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she casts invisibility again on herself, which will drop it on Civ.
Civ, right.
Okay, let me keep track of all these spells I'm casting.
But Civ's had a minute to like get back to us by then.
Yeah, I
So-
would be able to hide, no problem.
Okay. Boop, boop. Okay, that's... Alright, so I'm invisible.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go over and do the one on the right.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to be as quiet as possible when I set up the snare. Maybe like hide a little bit in that bush or tree.
Okay. You can roll a stealth check for me. You have advantage from change box.
Oh my god. I'm so scared of my dice right now. Jesus. Okay. Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Same die.
Nice.
Thank you.
Balance in the force.
Okay, finally. And then she'll cast invisibility again.
Mm-hmm.
And
go to the far left.
Go to the far left.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, sorry, that'd be 2. And then yeah, I'll have to roll another stealth check to stay stealthy over there.
You have advantage from change box one last time.
Change box. Oh no, on the ground. Well, the one that landed was a
She spilled her wine too. No.
17 plus. Sorry, where's my stealth? Plus 1, 18.
Okay, so you manage to be very quiet. All of you sitting up on this ledge, listening for any sign of anything. She's invisible. You don't see it.
Where is she?
No,
I'm distracted by the pumpkin.
Seconds tick by. These things keep bounding around and chewing on stuff and eating pumpkin bits. There's this horrible chewing and gnawing sound. There's like dig into stuff. You're just kind of sitting on this ledge waiting for anything. You don't see or hear anything except that horrible chewing and sucking sound as these mouths just feed in this decimated pumpkin patch.
Okay, and I'll cast invisibility one more time to not chance it and sneak over back to the group, and then I will lay the bait, which is prestidigitation, and I want everybody just back up. It might take a minute or 2, but eventually I think they will land on a trap.
All right, you are prestidigitating what exactly?
Smells.
Let's go for like fish.
Fish. Oh, clever. I like that.
Nice stinky fish.
Very
Yeah.
sticky. The smell of stinking fish wafts into all of your noses. Reed says, "Oh my!" And where are you placing that smell exactly? Right in front of right in front of one of the snares. Is that right?
Let me see if there's range on prestidigitation. It might be, is it self? Let's see. One action, range is 10 feet. So, yeah, I guess I'll crouch over here by this bush and kind of like cast it out towards the patch, and then back up sneakily towards the group since I'm not invisible anymore.
Okay. So you see both of these things eventually perk up and smell this wafting, fishy smell. They've been feeding on the same thing, on these enormous pumpkins for a while, and they get pretty excited and they and they run over So Snare says trap is nearly invisible and requires successful intelligence check against the spell save. Trap triggers when a small creature or larger moves into the area protected by the spell. A triggering creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be hoisted in the air until it hangs upside down 3 feet above the protected surface. All right, so dexterity saving throw.
Lily, do you have your spell prepared for plan B?
Yeah, yes.
It's ready?
I was
Okay.
focusing again on another.
I'll go pulls the warhammer.
No, it's okay. It's
Trust me, getting the 10 minutes for ritual spells, it's not fun.
Fahim's not looking. She's just like shouting at, or whisper shouting at Lily without even looking at her.
James rolls his eyes at Lily. Wizards, what are you going to do?
I'll go preps his mall.
I have advantage from Shiny 8-Bit Boo countered by a jar full of bees. Not great, y'all. I rolled a 6.
Yes!
Nice.
So one of them gets snared. You see it go upside down, upside down. It is hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground. The other one sees this and doesn't know what to make of it. These things have a 2 intelligence, so it is not
Thinks it's playing a fun game.
Yeah, it is looking. It is looking up at the one upside down. The one upside down is like, they're like yelling at each other. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm gonna burn a third level spell slot to cast invisibility on Civ again. So Civ.
Yes.
Can you go and... Do you feel comfortable going down and roping one up?
I can try.
Visible?
Sure.
You want me to try to just freeze them first?
That other one is right there.
Why not just have Lily cast her spell? If it works, then it'll be easy.
Hey, if you want to.
Okay.
I just don't want to, provoke the second one.
The second one, by the way, leaps up, bounces on the ground, and leaps up. It's got that extra boingy trait, and it bounces on the ground and leaps up, tries to get its friend. I rolled a natural 1, so it misses it completely and soars past and bounces and turns around, and the other one's upside down. There, you know.
It's distracted. Try drawing that one with another smell, Fahima.
I'm just gonna do. Hold on, let me just try, and I'll do hypnotic pattern because I can get both of them. It's a 30-foot cube.
Yeah, it's huge.
So
Nice.
I'll try hypnotic pattern. They have to do a wisdom save.
Nice.
All right. So you see, Reed looks at you as you start to play your flute and conjuring your bardic magic. I have advantage from Shiny 8-Bit Boo, countered by Sweet Child Divine. Sweet Child Divine!
I'm impressed.
Very good.
So good.
Amazing.
That's on the first one. It's a wisdom. It has a -1 to wisdom.
Yes.
And I rolled a 14, so 13.
Does not save.
The second one, I have advantage from myself.
Oh.
Wait
Cool,
a
Jeff. Cool.
I promise. It says myself on it. So that is a 2 and a 12, so 11.
Yes.
Does not save.
Yeah.
All right.
So
We're doing
So
it,
you
team.
see these things upside down. One of them, you see this magical pattern of lights and sounds sort of just appear in the air all around them, and you see the one upside down, and the one that just jumped and tried to reach its friend. It's on the ground looking up, and they both seem to be transfixed.
So team. I just want a quick reminder. If anyone specifically shakes them out of their stupor or causes them any damage, then they're no longer incapacitated. Okay?
What if we carefully tie it up without shaking it?
It should be fine. You have to use a specific action to shake it out of its stupor.
All right, we don't have
Right.
long. Go. Civ, you do one. Ugo, you do the other.
I'm gonna jump down here on this one, and I'm gonna attempt to tie it up without shaking
Jump
it.
on this one.
You are
Same.
invisible still.
Cool.
Ugo's not.
No, I'm not invisible. You can see me.
Who makes eye contact?
Way to go, team.
Very good, very good.
A plan that we've succeeded
I'm
at?
very proud of us, but I'm also very sad that Plan C did not get enacted.
Hey, you got Plan C in last encounter.
I too am sad about Plan C. But roll me dexterity checks. Civ, you have advantage from I Love the Story, and Ugo, you have advantage
Thank you, I
from
Love the
Z-Man
Story.
9018.
Can I use athletics?
To do the
Tie up? To tie
rope
up?
tie? No.
I think it's
no.
actually sleight of hand.
Yeah, I think that
For
would be
rope
what it would
tie.
be. Yeah.
But you want us to just do dex, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want to add sleight of hand, I'll allow that.
I mean, it's the same for me.
Yeah.
17.
All right.
25.
All right. So both of you have no problem tying up these things. They only have 2 little limbs on them, but you both kind of tie it around the tops of their heads and tie their mouths shut, kind of cinch down this. It's almost like a furry ball. They're like critters in the 80s.
It's like
80s
trussing
movie.
a turkey.
Like
critters. Yeah.
Yeah. So you cinch it down. It's like, and its mouths are cinched shut, and they again still transfixed by the pretty lights.
I'll be backing up the cart. All right, get it in the back.
This is the cart that still has the. Oh no, you guys offloaded.
No, we
the
unloaded.
yeah,
Thank gosh. Yeah, we unloaded the
This
cart.
is the stolen cart. It's so funny. Oh, I mean,
Not
we purchased
stolen,
it.
we paid for it.
We definitely paid for it.
Yeah, paid
without
against their
permission.
will. This is so great. All right, so Reed is holding his hand crossbow and waiting for any sign of bad stuff to happen. Plug one of these things with a bolt. But you got them tied up and they're still transfixed. You load them into the car, but as soon as you pull the car away, they will be out of the
Yeah.
hypnotic
And
pattern, right?
Only lasts for a minute anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So as soon as you start hoisting them, pulling the cart away.
Brace yourselves.
By the way, you need to kind of move around the side. You can't pull it back up.
Yeah, no, right. It would have to be. It might take more than a minute to even do that. I don't know.
I mean,
could we just bring the cart down to the creatures?
I could be really mean and say that Fahima placed an invisible snare right at the point at which you would move the cart.
No.
That's the one. Isn't that the one that caught it? Oh,
no, the one that caught it was in the center.
Oh.
Yeah, it lasts a long time, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fahima would probably tell you not to go right in the path of where the snare was. I don't want to be that mean, but that would be
funny. A real awkward, like, maneuvering the cart like we're trying to parallel park it down the hill. Left.
It would definitely grab us, like the players, if not the cart.
Right, but no, I mean, I think you knew where you placed it. It's invisible, but you knew where you placed it.
Yeah, I can guide.
Yeah. So you move it around the side and over to these things, load them in, and you pull them out of the Actually, once you guys enter the hypnotic pattern, don't you have to make the saves? Or are you able to?
I think it's just when she casts it. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's not a extended thing.
Yeah, it's not like a cloud that stays up. Right.
All right. So as you pull them out of the pretty lights, they come back to their senses, and their mouths are shut, but they're squirming and their feet are flopping in the air, and they're trying to get out of the cart as much as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so one of you has a name. Crackle. You, second one. Where did you come from?
Can I give it a name?
Can we do this while moving? Because these boys are a bit restless.
I can use my legs and talk at the same time.
Yes, good, excellent. Just making sure. Okay. Ha.
All right. we can leave the map room, Sean. Thank you. And as you guys bring these things back, Ago, you want to name one of them?
Pop.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say it.
Crackle and Pop.
All right. So Crackle and Pop, you get them back to the house and perform the same bizarre dance of goofetry that you did the first time, getting them into the basement just as night falls on Axbright, and Reed turns to Lily and says, "Well, this has been quite the eventful day. I suppose I should retire to my lodgings, but perhaps I'll get to see you in the morrow."
Absolutely. I'll catch up with you in the morning. I still have to answer your question. So.
Yes, I very much would like you to sleep on it.
I will.
Do I see this conversation?
I think they're trying to be rather private. You can try to do a perception check if you want.
I'm just curious.
You have advantage from Vain Dead.
It's hard to get privacy in this group.
Yes, it is. No, I rolled a 1 and a 2. No joke. Right, so 1 and a 2.
You didn't hear any of that.
No, James is fascinated with the teeth monsters.
Reed, before he leaves, he leans toward all of you and says, "Well, it has been quite eventful to meet all of you, and I do appreciate your including me in the adventure, and I feel rather guilty at this point to collect the entirety of the reward, but I suppose a deal is a deal, eh?"
Well, if you wouldn't mind making a small donation to the rehabilitation of this menagerie, I certainly wouldn't turn it down.
All right. I suppose I'll see you in the morning when I collect my bounty.
Yeah, I guess we'll collect it tomorrow. Yeah.
Are you staying at the inn in town?
I am.
There's a bakery next door. You see a gentleman named Artie. Tell him Fahima's in town and she'd like to say hi.
I will do.
May the Candle Queen's light your path.
Well, that's mighty kind of you. Good night, all.
Pleasure.
Night.
All right.
Fahima's grinning ear to ear. This is a successful day. She saved her dad's creatures. All is well.
And that sounds like a great place to end the episode. We will find out what the next day brings, how we are going to manage to keep all these creatures in the menagerie. And
can I do something really fast?
You may.
As we like got the rest of the creatures in there, and as we're sort of the menagerie is full again, James will once again cast Detect Thoughts on Barbara. And just awaken mind to Barbara. How you doing in there? How you doing in there, sweetie?
You detect some mild amusement and interest as the creatures are returned, but you also sense that it might take some convincing to have her return to her usual duties.
Got it.
All right, so that's it for this episode. We will find out what happens next week, but as we do, we are indebted to our patrons for making this show possible and allowing us to continue this adventure. We have a number of tiers, as I mentioned at the top of the show, of patrons, but some of our topmost tiers, one of the rewards they get is their names read out at the end of the show, but not in just any way. No, they are read out in themes that are suggested by our patrons. So we will find out what those are. Right now, let me roll a die and find out who's doing the first one. Team Force of Good, Team Force of Evil, and our Chrono Dragon tiers all get their names read out. The die is a 2.
Jessica
Lynn Parsons. This was suggested from Drama Piranha, one of our patrons on the Patreon. Drama Piranha really suggested that you do this as someone trying to find a parking space in a crowded or poorly designed parking lot, like Trader Joe's.
Amazing.
This is too
Force
real.
of good or force of evil?
That's the force of good. It gets worse from here.
Oh, it's force of good. Oh, that's force of good. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
All right, take it away, Jessica.
I'm trying to find a parking spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a poorly designed parking spot.
Excuse
Hi.
me, ma'am, you're gonna have to move your car. That's where the shopping carts go.
Oh, no. I'm just gonna run in for a quick Armando 89 and I'll be right back out. Okay?
Well,
I'm just gonna
What am I gonna do with these carts?
Oh, just Hadrian X some up that way over there. I'm really in a hurry.
I'm sorry, ma'am. That's an eco-friendly space. That is clearly not an eco-friendly car that you are driving. You're gonna have to move that car.
Oh, what are you, one of those Wilbro Juniors? Give me a break.
I mean, yes, I am. Proudly so.
I mean, he is a manager.
Oh, you're the manager.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to know the old manager, Fenderil. She would always let me park.
She's name dropping now.
Yeah, Fenderill got fired. Fenderill got fired for allowing people to park wherever they wanted.
Well,
Could you move your cart? Move your car! I'm trying. I are moo cow, and I'm trying to get into my space over there.
All right, just because you're the Gold family doesn't mean you get the right to park wherever you want. All right,
Actually, he's got a spot. It's the Gold family spot. It's at the end of the road.
I literally paid for it.
They are our number one patrons.
Yes,
yeah,
there's a
the Gold family.
nameplate there encrusted in just jewels. I see that with the Gold family name on it.
Nicely done.
And as I park, Dungeon Run, yay!
All right, if everybody doesn't shut up and let me park where I want, you're all getting kitty scratches. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Well, threatening the grocery store attendants is not a good way to get your parking spot,
All right,
lady.
well, I'm a cold candor, and you better deal with it.
Yeah, well, lady, I'm a Bob Harris, and I need you to move your car.
Okay. Well, poo monkey on me for wanting
Oh,
to
you are going to regret your past decisions right now.
All I'm trying to do is...
Peeker park.
Ma'am, you're angering a lot of people here.
I like how what you think, okay? I'm going in this grocery store to get my Desert Wanderer beer for my husband, who's a Hyperboy 66, because he drinks it every time he watches his TV show, The Seraphie. And it is
It's a good show.
Reba time.
Hey, would you like to buy some cookies from Sloppy Goat's Bakery, ma'am? We're selling some just for specials for a food drive right now.
No baked goods are going to make this situation any better now.
Welcome, shoppers. Today on sale, Questers Keep the Board Game here at Trader Joe's.
Oh, sorry, I gotta go restock.
It's not an
Sorry.
eco-friendly board game. I'm sorry, I gotta get that out of there. No, I can't be in that space.
All right, look. Can we all just take a second? I know what's going to solve this problem.
What?
References are needed, and I have them. Okay, here they are.
You do have to interview for a spot this close to the store. Okay, yes. This resume, yes.
I have the references. Okay, so
I have a reference from Benjamin Franklin.
Out. Checks out.
okay, that's
Nicely
it. Bye.
done.
That was a tough one.
Well done. All right, next up, Team Force of Evil. That is a 1.
Whoa.
Jared.
Kajak. And you will be reading it. I think you're going to like this one, Jared. I think this one's a little too close to what we all know. It was suggested by Expendable Crewman. Reviewing acting candidates after auditions.
Oh, God.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm triggered.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Just let it all out.
Baby.
Just let it all out. Just let it all out.
Wait, I'm reviewing acting candidates? Like I'm talking about...
people came into an audition, and then now you are discussing what you think of their audition.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kajak. Thank you so much. I was such a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you do any workshops? I'd love to get in one.
I'm not really down to clown in that way, but you know what? Why don't you take my card and you can, J-Rock me whenever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna have my agent email you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sure, that's great.
So what
Are
you
we
think?
done? Are we done?
No, I
Please
think
tell me
there
we're
was.
done.
I mean, I saw some great options. What did you think?
I think I'm nuts. Are you crazy? I didn't see anything.
No?
They were all terrible. They were all students of Grimm.
Well, there was a number of students of Grimm. Yes, that is true. That is true. But
there was one talented person, Plade Gyorbin. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm hesitant to call him back because if I can't pronounce his name, that's going to embarrass me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you say that? Plade?
I think it's Gorbin Plade.
Plade?
I think it's Plade. Yeah.
What is that? German?
It might be German. Yeah. I mean, I think it works.
Can we take the lights down? Can we make this a dark house, please? I just need some time to ruminate here and think about my casting options. What about Willie Mattson? I mean, do we contact his agent? Is Willie Mattson available? I mean, we can do double scale.
No. I'm sorry.
Didn't you just see today's deadline? Willie Mattson just booked that big new HBO show. No, his fee went through the roof.
Are you kidding me? HBO is taking everybody. They're taking everybody from us.
Yeah, that's correct.
How are we going to cast this indie film?
No, I know.
That's wild, man.
I'm sorry. Insane. I know I'm late, but could I still audition?
Oh, hello. Hi.
What's your name, miss?
It's Wild Man. I actually.
What? Oh, we were just talking about that. This must be fate. This must be destiny that you are coming in and auditioning for us. What do you have prepared?
Oh, well, I have references if they're needed, and I'll be doing 2 contrasting monologues, one contemporary and one from Shakespeare.
Oh, show off.
That's perfect for this indie film where the beginning starts contemporary and we flash back to Shakespeare.
And then we cut back to the 1600s.
I just want to be candid with you all. These are the monologues I did for HBO last week, and I am on a veil for them.
Oh, come on.
Come on. That was so inside baseball, that entire thing. Everyone outside of LA and LA and New York had no idea what we're talking about.
Very
incredible.
Thank you, our team Forces of Good and Evil and our Chrono Dragon. You are the wind beneath our wings. We appreciate you very much. But all of our patrons, at whatever level, thank you for supporting the show. Thanks to the folks that generously supported us tonight. We got a balloon right at the end there from Dark House. Thank you, Dark House. Dark House. I had a great time. Now it's time for me to clean up the wine that's on my floor.
I just want to quickly say I'm thankful for all of you.
For you as well.
Thank you. Did we announce who won the Team Force of Good, Team Force of Evil?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we did not. It is Team Force of Evil.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
66% over Team Force of Good at 34%. So we will have a Force of Evil card next week.
Something bad's going down in Axbright.
Something bad's going down in Axbright. But we got all those adorable animals collected.
What could possibly go wrong?
All right. All right, tune in next week. Until then, humankind.
Be both.
Mwah.
It started.
As a simple dungeon run. As a simple dungeon run.
Let the dice roll!